Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Barry, that Goat Metal Show, over here with my partners, Rich the Silent Producer, Tone Joker NYC, also known as Jason Voorhees, in the mix, ready to go and do some shit over here on Friday the 13th. With out of all days, we had to get the man, the myth, the legend, Rhevok from Mordant Rhed. How you doing, brother? How's everything?
Hey, it can't be a better day than Friday the 13th, man. It's time to go pop on Friday the 13th, the final chapter, and fucking hack some machetes through people's heads, man.
That's
Hail for
Yeah.
Satan.
all right, man.
All
Cheers,
right, there we
cheers.
go.
Got the box set ready.
Hey, yes, I
Yeah.
have that one too. Did you see the video I put up today?
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, I was showing that shit on there. Oh yeah, you comment. Did you comment on there? Say you had that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, yeah, I'm just so yeah. I'm like, look, it's long overdue, and we've been talking about me and Rich been trying to get something going so we can at least try to get you on, and no better time than Friday the 13th, and the fact that you are bringing out your, you got your new album coming out, and you got a tour coming. So what better way to just promote the shit out of your stuff, man? Let's do this.
Yeah, Friday the 13th, man. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So
Also doing that show with fucking Go Jimenez, motherfucker.
yeah. Yeah,
we were putting it together, man. Regimental Records putting it together, and I said, all right, I'm gonna ask Go to Jimenez, and if they say yes, I want them on the bill for sure.
Yeah, I mean, there was no backlash about, like, considering we're not black metal band, because I'm sure everybody else is black metal.
Nah,
in that bill,
that kind of thinking where some people like, oh, to me, I can't comprehend that. Somebody, oh, it's got to be only black metal, because I like death metal and black metal, but I like hardcore, punk. I mean, I like all. And it's funny, around here, all the people we know, they're into all that shit too. Some motherfuckers that only listen to black metal, or they're so evil they can't listen to nothing else. That's like, that doesn't compute in my brain, because I like to mix that shit up, man.
I mean, Texas has always been known for it being very, mixed up as far as the genres go. So, I mean,
even the old days, there'd always be kind of a mixed bill, death metal and a hardcore band. Then see a Cannibal Corpse show, and then a bunch of fucking just random bunch of black skinhead guys run out of nowhere dancing, and just crazy shit. All kinds of weird people going to shows, and I like it like that, man. It's cool.
All right, man. All right. Well, look, I guess my first question to you is going to be basically, just give us some insights on, what's going on with Mordant Rhed as far as the upcoming album, and I mean, I know it's pretty much you're regurgitating the same thing, but let's just give it to some people who just maybe never saw you before. I mean, why not?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Actually, before I jump into that though, I do want to point out the interview you did with that band Electrocutioner.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That was a good fucking interview, man. I'd never heard that band before. I listened to the whole thing. The guy seemed really cool, and I checked out his YouTube and watched all his music videos and listened to his shit on Apple. That's a good, solid fucking thrash band, man. So,
Oh yeah.
good interview.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I mean, that we were just happy the fact that we got a thrash metal band back in New York that's worth talking about again. That just blew my mind.
I know, especially the place Anthrax and Overkill and all these fucking bands, Whiplash. What happened, man? They should be like a hotbed, man.
Yeah, the tri-state.
Anyway, yeah, that was a cool band. I enjoyed that interview.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. Thank you much. So yeah, just give us some of that, some of the, some of the updates. Everything that's going down. What do we expect?
So yeah, everything been turned over to Goat Throne Records, who's releasing it. It's kind of funny. This has been a really rush. Well, I don't want to say rush, but we did this really fucking quick. I think it was back in February. He contacted us, hey, you want to do an album with us? And we honestly really weren't thinking about doing anything with any labels. We were just releasing everything by ourselves, and it's been doing okay. But it has the advantages of working with a label, get more circulation, if you will. And he called, talked to him on the phone. We had a good conversation. So yeah, we said we can do that, and he's wanting to put it out as soon as possible. Like, wait, man, because at the time we just had 2 songs, because we were planning on just doing EPs. Just we had another EP coming up, so we had 2 songs, and so we had to come up with 10 more or something like that. So we got in fucking hyper speed and started writing shit. But I think it all turned out really well, because it's the songs are definitely a variety, and it's not like we purposely said, okay, let's do a song it sounds like Hellhammer and then do a song sounds like Immortal. No, it's just like we just start writing stuff. And our guitarist, the ugly one, he usually comes up with all the riffs, and then we come to practice and we all kind of flesh it together and practice it. And there's some shit on there just fucking straight, just blast beat shit, and there's some stuff that sounds like early Venom, because for me, when I listen to an album, I want to see have it tell a story, where it's heavy and slows down a little bit and then hits you back in the face. Because when it's just all the way through, you kind of lose your interest. I mean, not saying, yeah, man, this Mordant Rhed is fucking badass shit. Somebody may think it sounds like shit. I don't know. But in our minds, that's what we were trying to do, create something like that. And we got everything done. And we like to do everything in-house. Everything. We do everything. All our videos. Been eating too much pussy.
Hey.
Our videos, our recording, our mixing. See, Goat Throne, he wasn't used to this shit. I just emailed him a Dropbox link. I said, here you go. All the layouts for the cassette, all the CD layouts, all the mixed and mastered shit. And he was like, man, I wish it was always this easy, because normally people are all fucked up and don't have their shit together. But yeah, we like to do everything in-house, and with that being said, he plans on, hopefully it'll be done by the end of the month. I mean, definitely should be done for the New York shows for sure, but hopefully by the end of the month. And we're going to do a live stream on September 21st, which I guess that's next Saturday. And we're going to debut a new music video for a new song on there, which is interesting. The song we picked is the last videos we did. Well, actually, I take that back. Nah, it's been a mixture, because we did that Touch the Skeleton video. That's more slower. This song here is more of a rock and roll song. Imagine some guys doing cocaine and putting a gun to his head, that kind of shit, that kind of style. So we're going to debut that next weekend and have a little party. Usually every time we have a live stream, we get a bunch of motherfuckers over at the house and everybody's drinking. I know last time we did the last one, debuted a video. We all went and ate somewhere, and we got fucking trashed before we even got back. And I almost couldn't even get the link to get set up right. I was like, fuck, man, next time I can't start drinking until after the live stream starts, man. Because
the best thing was the wrestling.
Oh man.
You forgot I was the one that put the $20 for you to wrestle there.
And was that the last? I can't even remember, because I know we did one this last time, but then there was another one during Christmas, and we started wrestling and fell over and smashed the whole Christmas tree. And I so wish somebody would have turned the camera, because I fucking fell on the Christmas tree, smashed it, fell into a fireplace, and that easily could have been a ER visit right there, man. But
that wasn't the same stream where the cat almost engulfed your house and
flames.
Oh, yeah, not the same one.
Man, that was a real fucking smart idea. We thought, hey, we got that wall of DVDs back there. Let's put a black sheet over it and put candles on the top, make it look more evil. Fucking cat tries to jump up there and pull the whole thing down. On that fucking DVD case, I still see candle wax splattered on that shit. Trying to get it all cleaned up. But hey, I always talk about people in general make me sick. I really. The average person makes me sick, but when I'm around people I like, I like to have fun, man, have a good time, not sit around being pissed off all the time. Fuck that, I'm too already pissed off when I'm out in the public. So when I'm with my kind of people, man, like here, it's funny, like you motherfuckers, I haven't ever met you in person, but I guarantee you we're gonna have a good time in November. I mean, I already know it.
Yeah.
It's just some people you just get the sense, you get their vibes or energy, whatever, you can just tell. Then some motherfuckers, I'm just like, yeah, I don't even want to be around this motherfucker at all. There's a lot of them.
Yeah, man. Too many tumors out there.
Man, yeah, I know. That's why, man. I'm not gonna sit around acting crazy. Actually, that's another thing. I know I'm sitting there rattle off a bunch of shit, but I said this before. On the YouTube channel, there's a lot of goofy shit that happens on there, people getting drunk and fucked up and tearing shit up, but I just always want to make sure that people know that the band Mordant Rhed is not like a fucking joke band, like a Guar or something where it's just funny and shit. The music, at least we don't think it's funny. It's the serious lyrics and stuff, you know. We try to keep that serious.
I never thought that. Definitely. I mean, the music itself, it's pretty, it's got a lot of good fucking evil, horrifying themes. I don't think there's anything funny about it. I mean,
yeah, it's just some people probably just think, oh, that fucking guy with the mask on with those fucking puppets and shit, And
yeah, but that's
sure
you're being an entertainer, at that point. That's your video. You want to entertain.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with that.
I know, and I'm all about that. You know what's funny too? How some motherfuckers that are all hardcore to black metal, they like look down on music videos or shit like that. I'm like, well, fuck you, man. I like music videos, man, especially when it's an underground band like that Electrocutioner band. They had a couple of music videos on there. I thought it was cool as shit. I watched all of them, and I like to see that because that tells me a lot about those bands that they're very creative. Not because like Electrocutioner, their videos were cool. It was multi-angle. There was some cool stuff going on versus some boring ass shit of a camera just of one guy screaming or something. A music video tells a lot, at least to me, a lot about a band. Like even you, Barry, you've got that one music video with a bunch of clips of live shit on there.
Yeah.
I love it, man. Just raw shit like that. But it was edited together really well with good pacing on it. I'm all about that kind of shit, man.
Speaking of which, Mark said I think he's going to probably try to make it over to that show. So you'll probably be able to meet him that day too.
Cool. Yeah, I saw him. You mentioned it in the videos. Yeah, man. I mean, he seemed like a cool guy, and I like his band.
Yeah. I want to ask you. You don't what you call it? Nobody ever asks you why you guys don't wear cork chains, or you guys all decided not to wear the cork?
That's a good question. We first started this band. We've had other black metal bands as Dutch shit in the past, and man, we used to have a fucking black metal band. We just fucking wearing just regular t-shirts and shit playing, and I said, we do another band, we're gonna get fucking theatrical with this shit, but in the same sense, I don't want to put on corpse paint, put all that shit on. I like corpse paint. I think it looks cool, but imagine having to put that shit on. And even these videos, it's just more of it's just easier to put the mask on, do something different. And with the mask, it's not the most original thing. I just think about the Mentors and shit like that. There's tons of black metal bands that wear balaclavas and shit. So I thought, what can I do different? So I'm gonna put fucking patches on this shit, have more of a fucking hillbilly looking ragged shit, and make it look a little bit different. And that I think it's all about the show, like you said. It really is. It's entertainment.
I mean, it made
it's serious, impact. But it's entertainment.
It made an impact. Didn't a guy get a tattoo of you?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he sure did.
Do you know that guy, or that was
no? I tried to get a hold of him. I wanted to do an interview with him, and they wouldn't. I don't know what the fuck happened. I totally wanted to get an interview, and actually, just one thing on a serious note: that tattoo shop that happened at was at Convent Tattoos, and they're in New Jersey. And the guy that put that on, that did the tattoo, and he was really cool. He's very sick right now.
Oh shit!
I mean, it's this. I'll get dramatic here, but I really feel bad. And that guy's in a bad situation, bad note right now. But he looks like he's staying positive in his mind. And if you're watching, I'm thinking about you, man. So
yeah, man. Yo, all power. Yep. Go heal up, man. Damn.
Yeah, but But anyway, it was funny as shit, man. I so wanted to get an interview with the guy. Plus, he was probably fucked up in the mind, too, to get some shit like that. It'd be one thing if somebody got, not that I would get somebody else's face tattooed on me, but you got somebody classic, Gigi Allen or some shit like that. But just some band that's kind of underground, that's really not well known, get the fucking tattoo. I'm like, all right.
I guess you're this generation's Gigi Allen without the shit on stage. That's all.
Yeah, no shit here, man. I did see. I saw Gigi Allen one time, man, and we were there. I said, if he starts slinging shit, I'm just leaving. But luckily, it was one of the shows where it was more violent. He just kept running out in the crowd, attacking, and we fucking knocked the shit out of me, run back on stage, and it was just a violent show. So I was good with that. Okay. No fecal matter being slung because I was gonna fucking leave.
Running out there with pink eye.
Oh man,
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
But, Rhevok, I wanted to ask you something real quick because I mean I know you about your current band, but you've been into other styles of music. Were you in other previous bands or leading up to your current band, like any other like projects, or you just went straight into this particular project?
Nah, everybody in the band has been in all kinds of different projects, from just straight hardcore, black metal shit and stuff. So it's I mean, it's not no bands worth mentioning. Just mostly just playing locally in Texas and whatever. So it really never. I mean, it was okay locally, but it just never took off. But I mean, we've always loved music and playing shit like that. I mean, the main thing is definitely death metal and black metal. But we used to be in like a hardcore band that had kind of a old school vibe, heavier but more kind of like cause for alarm. I kind of like that, but
Nice.
But as you can tell with this Mordant Rhed shit, some hardcore stuff does sneak in there from time to time.
Yeah, and I noticed that on the EP, this one.
Hey, hold that cover up. Look at that cover.
Yeah.
That's just a picture of this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like this one is good. Like you guys like switched up a little bit the style in here. Like on this one, like on the new record, are we also gonna get flavors of like the old stuff, like what you put on the live stuff, the demo and the EP? Like it's like you're saying it's a range of a lot of different black metal styles.
Yeah, actually, on that, it's mainly 2 songs, but there is a rehearsal. Those bonus tracks. That one fast one calls "My Hatred," that faster hardcore song. That is on the new album. It's recorded in a studio though, not just a rehearsal. It sounds a lot better. So
Nice.
yeah, it's gonna be that same kind of shit, from blasting songs to, again, whether or not we pulled it off, we tried to put hooks in songs, and some of them even have almost like gang style vocals, backups and shit like that, kind of like not trying to sound like New York shit, but like old New York hardcore, which I fucking love, man. So there's a lot of that shit mixed in, and the goal is to, when you listen to it, each song kind of stands on its own, where it's not just all the way through. Like like the first Immortal record, I fucking love it, but as far as being able to decipher songs, it's kind of hard sometimes, and it's not any knock against them, because I love those albums. I try to think about like early Cannibal Corpse, especially. Actually, think about the 4th album, The Bleeding. There is a lot of fucking variety in there, and that's one of my favorite albums by them.
It jumps around,
yeah. Good catchy ass shit, man. Every time I listen to that album, I get goosebumps. I mean, of course, I like Eating Back to Live, the early stuff before that, but The Bleeding, god damn.
Shit.
So yeah, man, more stuff like that planned to be on there for sure. It's just fun, just making music. And plus, the thing about it, the people who are in the band, it's not like we just put this together like, hey, put an ad in the paper and try to find somebody. No, these are all motherfuckers I've known for like 30 some odd years, so it's just like partying we normally do, but we just get together and make some music. And other bands you've been in, I've usually always been the singer, but I play drums too, and I purposely learned to play drums just because drummers are fucking weird. They don't want to be reliable and whatever. So I literally just learned how to play drums, and most of the stuff we put out, I played the drums on most of it, because I just don't want to rely on somebody else, because it's always people just fucking weird and unreliable, and just they don't have true passion. And fuck that. At least I know the other 2 guys in the band, they do have passion, because they've been into the shit as long as I have.
Yeah. And then when on one of your videos, you said that a lot of the drum stuff and all that, you did it right in the studio. Nothing was like emailing or nothing. It was like old school style.
Now we have a place where we rehearse and we record in there too. We just recorded all that. Actually, I'm glad you brought that up too. How we recorded this is, we use Logic to record, but the drums the bass and the rhythm guitars were all recorded together live. It wasn't any of this, get the best drum tracks and cut them up and get the best parts. No, fuck that. Everything was all live. Then of course the leads and the harmonic shit, the second guitars were layered on later, and then I had to do the vocals later because I can't. I got to sing and play drums at the same time. But the core part of it is live, and we purposely, like, I don't use a metronome when I play, and I do that on purpose because I don't want that picture perfect. It just sounds so perfect. And you listen to this, it's not like it's played shitty, it's like all off, but you can still hear the human element in there, and that's what I want, that human element, and also the recording is raw, but it's not just raw like Vlad Tepes or some raw ass shit, like, which I like that too. Don't get me wrong, but it's cleaner than that, but still has a raw element. But I want to make sure you can hear everything we do. So if I'm doing a D beat, I want to hear that fucking kick drum on there, and if the guy's playing guitar, putting a harmonic or something, I want to hear that, not just,
Oh yeah. I'll jump into one real quick question that I had about the album. You must have put a lot of deep thought with the album title. What make you chose the album? What's the album title, and what make you come up with that title?
It's interesting because actually the very first demo we came out with sounds like shit, but we had a song called "Eat Pussy for Satan," and literally that just was like one day it's like, that sounds fucked up. That's gonna. I mean, these days it's hard to be real, controversial because this world's so desensitized. You can't shock anybody with that kind of shit. But still, if you let your grandma look at that, she's still gonna go, "What the fuck is that?" And plus, I'm kind of contradicting myself because I said, yeah, the band is serious, but when I first said that, we were laughing our asses off. Yeah, fuck it, let's just call it "Eat Pussy for Satan," man. And then so we actually have another song called "Eat Pussy for Satan Part 2" that's going to be on there, and it just fits, because also too, everything that we do when I'm doing, I try to think strategically. If you see an album cover, you're looking through records, what's going to make you pick it up? A picture of an evil word, evil logo, and then a pentagram, you're just going to go right by that. You see a picture of a bunch of motherfuckers with machetes and masks, you may not buy it, but you're going to look at it.
Yeah.
And like even the album cover for this "Eat Pussy for Satan," it's a bunch of news clippings and stuff about satanic cults and rape and shit. And what's funny about that cover? Because initially I didn't really know what we were going to do on the cover. I was trying to brainstorm, but Drucifer, y'all know Drucifer, right?
Yes.
He and I are doing a war metal project where he's playing guitars and I'm doing the drums and vocals, and it's not like Mordant Rhed. It's just like this fucking blasting war metal shit. And that cover, I was doing the layout that eventually was used for the "Eat Pussy" album, and I was going to use that. I said to Drew's first, "Oh yeah, fuck that, just use that." And then I sent to the other guys in the band, "Hey, check this shit out." "Oh, fuck that, we're using that on our album." Like, okay, all right, man. So I remember I emailed Drew's for back, "Yeah, but we're not using that anymore." He's, "Oh, fuck." So it originally was going to be used for that, but I guess it kind of fit more with what we're doing because the lyrics on this Mordant Rhed album are more about, it's got Satanist shit, and it's got, God damn it, got Satanist shit. It's also got a lot of fucking pungent stench kind of lyrics too,
Oh, sweet.
Like the song we're doing a video for. The name of the song is called "I Killed 3 People with a Crowbar," and it sounds absurd. It's literally about a guy drunk as shit, just out of his mind, stumbling into a hotel where we're having a coke party with all these hookers passed out and the pimps are in there, and this guy's going crazy with a crowbar, just killing everybody in sight, and it's just completely mindless violence and just absurd shit. That's what it is, man. Sorry, let me
I have a question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How many tracks are on this the new album?
Just 1 second. Let me write this motherfucker back. There'll be 9.
9?
9 tracks, and it comes in just under 30 minutes, like 28 minutes long.
Wow.
And I
That's
wanted
nice.
it to be that short. You know, just like the first Deicide album is 28 minutes long. Legion is 28 minutes long. Just right through it, because some bands can get away with it. 45-minute long album, an hour long album. Some stuff works like that. But I feel with this kind of music, and it's all songs 2-3 minutes long, and just punch them right in the face and be done with it.
Yep.
So, like I said, again, some bands though can get away with that, and there are some bands that put out long albums that I'm all into it. But most of the time, if it's just an unrelenting album, I want it in your face and be done with. You know, like Antichrist Siege Machine. I really like that band.
That
But their
band.
albums are very short too, and because music like that doesn't need to be an hour-long album. It's fucking boring. I don't care how brutal it is, Black Witchery, whatever. It needs to be short.
I saw them live and they killed it.
Black Witchery?
No, what you call Siege Machine.
Yeah, I saw them last year. Yeah, it was, or was it this year? I can't remember, but it was good. Real good. The drummer plays and sings.
Things, yeah, on the side.
Brutal shit. I saw Black Witchery too, probably about 10 years ago, and they were fucking good. I'd like to see them again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got people.
Going back to as far as like your band members, as far as the drum, as far as drumming, I mean, I know you've had your drummers in the past, and you're, I mean, but is there anything where there's one coming your way as you checking people out, auditioning? How's that been going?
Well, as far as live, we got the guy in New Jersey who plays drums for Sin and Jersey Devil. He's going to be playing drums for us on all these shows.
Oh, sweet.
And he's a good guy too. He's older, so you don't got to put up with any stupid shit. And we've been in contact, but he actually flew down here and hung out with us. We practiced and took him out, and he probably thought we were a bunch of fucking drunk idiots because he's just sitting there just looking at us and we're being loud as shit. But he's a very cool guy, though. Very cool guy. And he's one of the people, if he did live down here, I know he would be very compatible to actually just be in the band. But since we're have distance, but I told him, I said, man, you're the official live drummer, man. And he's really good too. Actually, he's on drums. He's way better than I am. That's for damn sure.
All
So
right.
it's going to be cool having him play.
Yeah, that band Sin is very good.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. They write good songs, good writing, good riffs. What's cool about that band too, the drummer, his son plays bass in that band with him, which is really cool, man. Imagine you have your son playing bass in a fucking black metal band with you. It's cool shit, man.
Yeah, and I didn't even know that was his son, the bass player.
Yeah, it is. And actually, they just released. I don't even have it in here. They released a fucking Blu-ray, like a concert Blu-ray. It's got like a live footage of them, and then some backstage interviews. Just like the old videos would be. There'd be band interviews, show them on the tour van, acting stupid and shit. And he put one out like that. I thought that was really cool because you don't need to with YouTube, but it's a cool collectible item the way they did it. And so I could, anybody doing something trying to be different, that's cool.
And
Definitely.
Like a Blu-ray, you could pop it in and just show it to your friends. Like, hey, check out this band. You have it right there. You pop it in, and you get more exposure that way.
Yeah, it's cool. They did a good job on it. I watched it. I just popped it in to sit there and just drink and just zoned out, watch their set, and then their interviews of them acting crazy and stuff. Which actually, I'm looking forward to partying with them motherfuckers too, because they look like they probably like to have a good time.
Hell yeah.
He wanted
so go on.
Sending me. I had brought no, it wasn't the CD, it was the cassette. He winded up sending me like 7 CDs from that label.
Which one?
Sin. When I had brought
Regimental, yeah.
Yeah, Regimental. He sent me I think it was the Jersey Devil, whatever that band, and I think there was a Finland band that I've been telling my cousin that was real good. That's on that. Yeah. Yeah,
that label has been around for a long time. They put out a lot of underground shit, a lot of good solid stuff. And yeah, he'll be at the New York show because he's playing drums for us. So I think I don't know. I guess he'll have shit for seller. I don't know if he's doing a merch table or not. I'm not sure.
No. And you don't know what bands are going to be playing with you on the Jersey. I mean, in the New York one, right?
We were trying to get fucking Lord Humongous to play.
That would have been crazy.
Yeah, no, I wanted to. They were, but he's got the other band called the Jasons, like a punk rock band, and they had a show that same night somewhere else. So, but yeah, I was hoping to get that. As far as who else is playing in New York, I'm waiting because I want to get the flyers and start promoting it. And so, Joe, get those flyers done. So, because I want to start promoting it, because once you have a flyer and stuff, it'll be all right though. Because I'm assuming it'll be like 4 bands. I don't really see no point in having fucking 10 bands or some shit like that. That's too much, man. Yeah, it's funny too. We're playing a show in San Antonio next month, and the guy putting it on, he said our Goat Throne contacted him about getting us a show, and Jersey Devil's coming down to play it too. And okay, work on a show, and then I don't know how this worked out, if this was planned or what, but then I get a flyer and it's a fest now. Fucking 10 bands playing. I don't know how that happened, but
yeah.
I mean, whatever. I guess if anything, if nobody shows up, at least you got 10 bands that'll stand there and watch you play.
Yeah, I mean, what time is that show supposed to start? Like with the 10 bands?
I don't know, but whatever.
And when are you guys supposed to be going on? Like in between what?
Well, hopefully not at 5 o'clock. not in the evening or in the morning.
Yeah, those oh man, that was like the one thing I never really did like, when they used to have like a thing with like 8 bands, and then the show would start at 9 o'clock at night, and I'm like, and then we get on stage at 1:30, 2 in the morning, and that's not cool. Then most of the people are gone, so you're playing to the band who played before you and the band and after you.
That sucks, man.
Yeah, so nah.
Hopefully not. It's a up and upstairs, downstairs thing, so they'll probably have it coordinated where once one band's done, the other one's going to start immediately, so it'll be set up upstairs. So usually, if those are organized pretty well, and actually, I'm pretty sure it will be organized, because it's the guy that is putting this on is the same one that just put on that Dismember. When Dismember played in Texas recently in some big fest. I forget who else played, but I mean, he put that together, so I'm sure he knows what he's doing.
Sweet.
That show was much better than the New York show.
Did you go to that one in San Antonio?
No, I'm saying that when Dismember came here, half those bands he played with down there, they didn't come up to New York.
Oh, okay.
The best band we got was Undergang that played with.
Oh, yeah, That's good shit right there.
Yeah, they kind of stole the show there. That
really?
Yeah.
It's a good band, man. It's a good classic death metal.
Yeah, they're very good and stuff. But yeah, like we couldn't really get any of those other bands. I knew the lineup was real good because I think it was about 10 bands, right?
Yeah, it was solid. I can't remember. I didn't even go to it. I seen Dismember before a long time ago, and I should have gone. But man, you'll see that Hell's Heroes lineup for next year.
Yeah,
looks good.
Good lineup. It's really diverse. There's a lot of different kinds of music on there,
Yeah, I've gone to the past 3 years or 2, or I don't remember how many times, but I mean, this one coming up, I'm really looking forward to it. There's some shit that I really want to see on there. I don't know, last year, man, we got so fucking trashed. I don't even remember what the fuck was going on. And,
Missed Autopsy, right?
Yeah, I know, man, because we had a Airbnb like right down the road from the venue, and it turned into the party house, and everybody kept going over there and shit. And then a whole bunch of us went back there and started doing shots and shit. And we got back. All right, man, let's go back to the walk back in there. Autopsy's playing. We see Drewsford. Hey, man, what's up, man? How you got here? All right, this is our last song. Like, what the fuck?
That's messed up.
But luckily, I saw Autopsy back when they were in their heyday, so I wasn't totally. If I had never seen them before, I would have been fucking really infuriated. But I saw them, and
they're still pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. You know what's funny? Even their newer albums are all solid quality stuff. All those albums are good. Still harkens back to the originals. Not like they try to let's do an updated sound. No, they stuck with that shit, man.
Yeah, I've been listening to their later albums. I'm beginning to like a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, it's really good, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, these motherfuckers are texting me and shit. I told them to leave me the fuck alone.
Who's that? Sammy, the puppet?
Yeah, yeah. He actually, you know what's funny? I mean, people are always telling me, "Hey, where's the fucking puppet at?" I guess I slapped his ass around too much. Actually, talking about a fucking puppet, I've showed this a few times on there.
Yeah. Puppet Rhevok. Yeah.
That's just fucking
Yeah,
backwards.
him and Sammy were committing murders in Midwest, I heard. That's what Paul had to do a cleanup over there of some fucking blood. He's like,
Yeah.
out of this shit.
Got a big old fucking mess over there, man.
So aside to you guys coming down from Texas, there's this character that you guys are always talking about on the videos on the channel. And I was wondering if he was going to make an appearance in New York. The guy by the name of Dr. Death.
Probably not. He I just hey, you know what? Actually, speak of the devil, fucking that Joe literally just texted me from Regimental Records.
Oh
yeah?
shit. Wow.
Okay, so he just says, "Can you send me the Mordant Rhed logo?" Okay, so they're working on the flyer. He just literally texted me.
That's crazy.
Barry, you sent me your logo, right?
What, for go to Mentis? I'll send it to you if you need it. Just let me know.
I can't remember, but just email it to me again so we make sure we get the flyer right.
Sure.
See, we're getting breaking news. Hopefully we'll find out the bands.
The band.
There we go.
I know. I was hoping he'd get. I don't know if he got them, but there's a New York black metal band called Jotunheim.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Yeah, hopefully they're playing.
My guitarist knows the guy. I think the guys from that band. Yeah. Oh shit. Wait till I tell Vinny. He's gonna flip.
Okay. Well, he just said New Jersey finalized Mordant Rhed, Jersey Devil, Green Inferno, and Putrascension. I don't know what. I think it's a gore grind band or something. Actually, let me ask him what New York is.
And
wow. I
want to ask you, did you and Jucifer come up with a name for your project?
Yeah, it's we were trying to think of a name, and the Mordant Rhed bass player, Nocturnal Penetrator, he's really good at making logos, which actually the Mordant Rhed logo, I made it, but he also does really good logos, you know, and he had made a logo. He just makes up fake bands and puts a logo, and he goes, "Hey, what about this?" And he made a logo for a band called AIDS Goat. I said, "Okay, maybe we'll use that for the war metal."
Hey, you know what? They're making a goat out of everything. Why not?
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's fine though, because I mean, with this band, it's literally it's just blasting, then it goes into a little bit of a mid tempo, and then blasting. It's just fucking pure war metal. The guitar's tuned really low and all that shit, man.
I can't wait to hear.
So AIDS Goat is fine, you know. Normally, and also that name kind of goes against normally. Excuse me. When I do a band, I try to make sure it's a name where if somebody looks it up, only your shit comes up. Like with Mordant Rhed, I put the H in the red to differentiate. Because if you type in just Mordant Rhed spelled regular, there's a color called Mordant Rhed. And actually, I didn't even know this. There was also a black metal band called Mordant, just called Mordant. And they're actually really fucking good. I heard that from old fucking J-Dog homeboy. He was like, "Yeah, you know our band Mordant?" I was like, "No." And I looked him up. I was like, "Man, their first album is really fucking good, man."
Wow, I got to up then.
It's just called Mordant. Their recent stuff. I don't even know if they're still around or not, but their recent stuff is more produced, a lot better. But the first album, man, that is some good fucking raw black metal. So hey, if somebody mixes up with him, then hey, I'm okay with it.
Sweet.
But you know where the band Mordant Rhed or the name came from, though, I wasn't aware of the other band called that, but the old days, there's that artist, you'll probably know him, Mark Riddick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he used to do all death metal cover art and
Yep.
stuff, late 80s, early 90s. And I said this before in other videos, he used to put out these compilation tapes and he would draw the artwork on it and then put all these band demos on there. And I used to order that shit from him. And the compilations were called Gore Mordant, like Gore, then Mordant, Mordant's like a red color. So we thought to name the band after those compilations because they were so good. I mean, in 92, I was getting those comps, and that's where I first heard Exhumed on there and heard Cyanide and Grand Belial's Key. I first heard that shit on those comps. Who the fuck else? There a bunch of Phantasm from Wisconsin, which was such a good underground death metal band that never really made it, but I thought they should have. They were fucking good, man. Phantasm.
Wow.
Let's see what this fucker said. Okay, so
hold on.
New York, right here. Breaking news.
Oh,
So it's us, Sin, Godominez, and Diabolus. Diabolus.
I think
whoever's in that band's price. So you fucking idiot, you can't read. It's cool. It's a 4-band bill, so that's perfect,
Yeah, that's a good show right there with you and
good, man. That's gonna be great. That's gonna be great.
I'm telling him I'm on talking to you right now.
Sweet.
Nice.
You gotta make sure to let Ramon. That's all Ramon kept freaking hounding me. Yo, did you find out about the bands yet? Did you find out about the band? I'm like, dude, when I find out, I will let you know. And I'm like, yo, I'm gonna find out and I'm gonna let you know. He's gonna literally be the first one I'm gonna tell. I'm not even gonna tell the band. I'm gonna tell him first, and then I'm gonna let the band.
You can watch the video now.
Ramon, the one I've been talking to on Instagram on the Go to Minutes band page.
Yeah, that's Ramon.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I've chatted with him a little bit on there.
Yeah, he been hounding you too. You found out the bands?
Nah, he's just like, hey, we look forward to hanging out, shit. So I'm looking forward to it, man. It's again, I'm all about, man. I always look forward to meeting cool people and not assholes. When I fucking meet assholes, I want to slap the shit out of them. But you meet cool people, man. You should have a good time. You don't gotta have your guard up thinking this motherfucker's gonna break a bottle over your head or something.
Yeah, so
and there's people like that.
As far as your tour, the way I know you have it set up where you're doing the part in Texas in October, then you're heading up here. Was that something that was originally planned, or that y'all wanted to stay more in that local area, in Texas, in that area, or how did that come about where you said, you know what, we're going to do Texas, then we're shooting up to the Northeast?
It kind of just fell together because this guy that does Disastrous Records, which, 20 years ago was a really cool underground label, and he used to put on fests, and he's putting on a new one, and they asked us to play. They're doing, it's called Disastrous Fest, could be up in Dallas, and I was like, well, you don't have a fucking drummer, and then he said we can get Joe from Sin to play. And it's funny, I had already been talking to Joe, so we kind of already knew each other. And he said, yeah, I'll play drums for you. And we're also hoping to play some other shows down there. I says, all right, well, let's put something together. So I talked to a guy, Aaron, who runs Goat Throne. I said, man, do you know, get some contacts, man, get some shows set up. So he's the one that's been going around helping setting up, because they're driving down from New Jersey, which is fucking crazy drive, but so might as well make it worth their time to play 3 shows. We're playing San Antonio, Dallas, and then the last one in Houston. And then I was talking to him, say, hey, man, what if we fly up there, man? We play some shows up there. He's like, all right, let's do it. Let's do New York. And he wanted to do like New York, New Jersey, Philly, and go all the way down, which I would have been all for, but I just can't take off that much time right now. During the summer, though, sometime, man, I would be all about doing, 10 dates or something, but I have to do that during the summer. So who knows if we're still alive at that time next summer, we may do that shit. Because literally, I mean, like all the people that I talk to just through the band that contact there's a lot of people from the East Coast that order shit, a lot of people.
You were saying that.
It's just like kind of a natural thing to go play there versus, I'd like to go play something like California or something, but I don't know many people there, and I just don't. It's got to make sense, And it's like people are always saying, "Hey, when are you going to put out vinyl?" I'm like, I want to, but it's got to make sense. You know, you got to first put the first CD out, make sure people are going to buy it, and the next one. And people luckily have been buying all that shit and the t-shirts. So it is the next logical step to do that. So you just, that's why I see a lot of fucking bands go crazy, man. I put out my first demo and put it on vinyl and press it. Like, man, you got to get some kind of momentum behind it first. You know, you either playing shows or make your presence somehow, you know, and like this channel that I do, it literally we were talking about doing a YouTube channel, you know, and just putting videos up. And I was like, that's cool. I was thinking, but I don't care how good your band is, nobody's just gonna want to watch you every day. So I was like, well, already when we get together and talk with friends, we already talk about music and shit. So I said, well, fuck it, I'll put this mask on and start talking about fucking music and shit. And it's done okay. I mean, I think the thing about it is it's just I try to talk like as if we're hanging out and try not to be condescending to people and just be cool with people and talk about a bunch of different stuff too because cover hardcore and punk, black metal and whatever. And it's not like it's a set thing. Like I posted a video today about Friday the 13th and horror shit. People seem to like that and just kind of talk about the shit that I like. And luckily other people like that too.
You know what's funny? That you mentioned something that you probably the only other person that meant that you like part 5. A lot of people hate part 5 of Friday the 13th.
Oh man, that's one of my favorites, man. I mean,
the kills are brutal in that one.
I know, killing, foul language,
yes,
nudity, fucking. I mean, it's just got just all the filthy shit, and the characters are on there are so fucking funny, man. Especially that old hillbilly bitch and her fucking retarded son.
Yeah, when he drives around in the boat, like, yeah. He hit me, Mom.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, I think I watched that part more than anything, and it's funny too. The guy that directed that also directed like Savage Streets, which is a good, definitely gratuitous movie, and he also did pornos and shit. And you know, they had that multi-part documentary about Friday the 13th, that Crystal Lake Memories or some shit.
Memories,
like that. Yeah, that's good. But they had
it's long, but it's good. Yeah,
it's definitely worth watching. But it's funny, you know, in part 5, the scene where those two nymphos, the guy and the girl, keep getting caught fucking all the time, and then they're out on that blanket out in the woods fucking, and that guy was the guy was saying, yeah, I just felt really awkward, you know, and the director was saying, come on, grab her pussy and do this, and he said I felt really awkward, you know, and I don't know about that guy, but if I was on top of that bitch right there, I don't care who's watching, I probably would have fucking came all over. I would have been bashful. That bitch looked good back then, but I think I saw she was on the documentary now. She looks kind of fucked up now, but back then she looked voluptuous, a lot of fun.
Yeah, the only knock on the whole movie is because it's not Jason doing the killing. That's why people got crazy.
Yeah, people get pissed off about that, but it's still like the same things. I mean, you look at the ambulance driver; he's some decrepit looking old fucker, like he could really be doing all that shit, fighting, and that girl come out with a tractor and smash his guts in, and he's still fighting. I mean, that guy would have been dead right there. And I mean, it's just like watching a comic book shit. You know, it's that didn't turn me off. I mean, it would have been better if it was Jason, but it was still kind of funny. You know how at the beginning that his fucking fat ass son is all chopped up right there, and then the one ambulance driver's all freaked out. The other guy's like, "Well, you bunch of fucking pussies." Man, that movie is so fucking funny to me, man. And also the Tommy Jarvis guy, the guy that plays as him, I think he does a damn good job of making like a guy that's went through some fucked up shit. I don't know.
I mean,
I'll probably watch that one tonight.
Are they doing I mean, as far as you know, the Friday the 13th, and you know how everything gets rebooted, retooled, whatever, and they did do a reboot one. I remember they did and then of course you had the Freddy versus Jason. What was your take on those movies?
You know, that one, it was in 2007, I think, the reboot. I thought it was okay. I mean,
thought so
is it
too.
is it a classic?
No.
Yeah, no, it's not a classic. But you know what? People that go watch those movies, they kind of did like a little checklist. Okay, nudity, asshole, unlikable creeps. You know, the nice guy, the nice girl, a lot of killing. So it did all those. So it felt like they were trying to pay homage to the old movies. The only thing that I didn't really like about it, how they kind of Jason had a little bit of empathy. Like he kind of had hesitation of killing that girl. He actually kind of felt sorry, like you could see a little bit of emotion or something. But other than that, I thought it was still pretty good, man. I mean, I went to the theater. You know that scene where they're out in the shed and that Asian guy is playing hockey and knocking. Man, I was laughing my ass off during that part, man.
I thought
it was good.
It was the best. The way he got crazy in the pop field.
Yeah.
He burned that bitch up in the
actually, that was a fucking gruesome shit.
Yeah,
actually, that
burned her and hit he went wild on all of them.
I know. You know what was fucked up though when I was watching that and he was burning her ass alive? I was like, man, that's a waste of a good piece of ass right there, man. Because they showed some good nudity with that bitch on there.
Oh hell yeah, man! I thought the movie was good. It was.
I thought it was I thought for like most of these reboots and retellings or whatever. I mean, it's just like when they screwed up Nightmare on Elm Street with that. That was so bad.
That right there made me sick. For one, you can't do that without fucking Robert Englund. You can't do it. But two, I didn't like how they focused on the kid shit too much, man. That's fucking. I like fucked up shit, but I'm not into that kind of crap, man.
Yeah, and then when they did the Freddy versus Jason, I mean, I thought it was a good movie to watch in the theater. Like it for what it was okay.
Yeah.
It was okay to watch. I mean the actress who played Jason's mom. I think that was the last movie she did before she died. Right.
Yeah. And Betsy Palmer.
Yeah, and she was amazing. I thought she was really cool when she was there. Even though it was about to be Freddy or whatever. But I thought they were supposed when they were doing that movie. I remember reading that they were testing it, which it did well. It did really good in the theaters. It was like it was a blockbuster hit. It made money. They were going to try to do the other, with the others. I think it was supposed to be the next one was supposed to be who was it? Was it
Evil Dead? Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Leatherface was mentioned.
That would have been cool, man.
So they were gonna do things like that, but of course I think it had something to do with the studios because they said, "Yo, look, this thing made a whole bunch of money. Let's do these verses, and it's just gonna draw people into the theater." And they never got to do it. I know they did a couple of fan films. I know they did a Michael Myers versus Leatherface fan film.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, so I mean, if you go on YouTube, there's a couple of them. I think there's Jason versus somebody else. They have those fan films there, and they're not too bad. They're pretty decent. But it would have been nice. It would have been nice. I wouldn't mind seeing, you see, man, Leatherface representing Texas.
Yeah, no shit. Man,
Leatherface is my favorite one. Like Michael is cool, Jason and Freddy, but Leatherface has always been my favorite one.
Yeah, that because he's just fucked up and
he's fucked up.
Yeah, all those movies. It's I saw them when I was really young, and kind of like when I was talking about the video I did today. You're a kid watching that shit. The old feeling like you just feel tensed up the whole time. Like, oh shit! It's like it was uncomfortable, but I also missed that. I can't recreate it because you're so desensitized to that shit now. It's just like no big deal, but. Yeah, I can think my parents though. I don't know why my parents used to watch all that shit.
Yeah,
when I was like 6 years old.
My dad did the same shit. I remember he took me to see Phantasm. Phantasm. Yeah, I was what, 4 or 5? I was about 5 years old. And you gotta be a sick parent to take your kid to see a movie with a fucking murderous ball, going to people's heads. But he took me and I sat there in the theater, I watched it, and I remember what's this guy that what's
the man?
Yeah, he got his finger caught in the door and his finger got caught up and it was just this yellow mustard blood he had. Dude, that thing gave me PTSD. I could not mess with mustard for about 10 years. Messed me up. I couldn't look at it. I couldn't touch it. for nothing for about 10 years until I, maybe when I was about 14 or 15 years old, and I was like, okay, doesn't taste bad. Yeah, I couldn't fuck with mustard, man. That thing messed me up.
But you're
This
gonna
is funny. What's that?
You're gonna laugh. My mother took me to go see Zombie.
Oh shit!
Oh, wow.
You remember the UA theater right there in Fordham Road when you get off the 4 train?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were showing Zombie there, and we went. And you know the part where the wood goes in the girl's eye?
I knew you were gonna say that.
My mother had the biggest screen. Like they were actually, she was getting the thing to her eye, and everybody back at her. To this day, I went to see the over in Brooklyn. What was that? Rich,
Fabio Frizzi.
Yeah, he did it with the movie. I sent her on purpose the footage when it came up.
Oh my God, you so foul, man. You are so foul.
How old were you when you saw that? When she took you?
Wow, I think I was what, 8?
Ah, fuck yeah, that's. I know, because I saw all those movies as a kid, but I didn't see Zombie until I was a little older. So
Yeah,
that's some hardcore shit.
Our parents were that would have been considered child abuse now.
I know. I remember my parents took me to fucking see Cheech and Chong's next movie at the theater. In the part where and women are all running out naked. I'm just like, oh shit, man. Or hey, and we saw Return of the Living Dead at the theater. My parents took us, and the part where that bitch is out dancing naked in the graveyard. My mom's like, cover your eyes. I'm like, all right, sure.
Yeah.
I'll cover my eyes, all right.
You ever seen a movie called Zap?
Yes, with Scott Baio.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I saw that at Valentine's Theater, and I remember my mother kept on telling me cover my eyes. I was doing the same thing. Like
that girl kept going, open her. He kept making her do those hours. We should open her.
Oh man,
it's funny. I saw that's on Prime or something. I was going to rewatch it because I haven't seen it in a long ass time.
Dude, I haven't seen that in years.
I didn't even know there was a sequel to it. I've never seen the sequel.
Wow. I didn't know either.
Maybe that's why it's not even worth talking about them. Maybe it's like, you see, you're gonna get disappointed and break TVs and shit.
Is Scott Baio in the sequel?
No, the blonde-headed kid, his partner.
Oh yeah, his little fucking sidekick that also went to Charles in Charge also.
Yeah, Charles in Charge.
You know what's talking about Return of the Living Dead and Scott Baio? There is a connection there on Charles in Charge. You know, on Return of the Living Dead, the punk gang, the guy that was the fucking biggest asshole, the guy's suicide.
Yeah.
That guy, the actor Mark Venturini, was also on Charles in Charge as one of the characters on there.
Oh shit!
Wow.
I mean, he wasn't a main character, but he was just like a recurring somebody on there. I can't remember what his name was on there, but it's just fucking funny because that guy looked like. And I've said this so many times before. When I was a kid in '85 and I saw that movie, to me, that's what punk rock was about. That that thing. Hey, you think this is a fucking costume? It's a way of life. But how that guy was so nihilistic and cussing everybody out. His every line of dialogue was cussing somebody out, and that's what drew me to punk rock. I was like, I like this shit. Fuck you. Not it's more nihilistic. Just fuck you, man. But now it's got to be where it's just a bunch of political shit or just crying about stuff. That's why I just don't follow new hardcore like I used to. I used to really be into it, but now I'm just kind of
we're gonna go see Exploited next week on Tuesday.
That'll be cool.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that. That's one of my all-time favorite punk bands.
Yeah, Exploited. You see that too? That's punk rock of just fucking nihilism and just go fuck somebody up. That's the kind of shit I like. And it's funny. Sometimes you don't listen to a band for a long time, like Exploited. I was all into in my teen years, and then that album Beat the Bastards came out, and I thought that was heavy as fuck. I loved that. But then I kind of just stopped listening to them for a while. But then you go back and listen, like, oh yeah, there's a reason why this band is this popular because they're so fucking good, man.
Oh, they're fucking violent like fuck, bro. I'm telling you.
That's how it should be. You know what's funny too? I didn't go to this, but back when we were like 15, 16 years old, there was a place called the Axiom around here, and it was noted for a lot of crazy shows. And I think the Exploited played there with Biohazard many years ago. I didn't go, but a friend of mine went, and his dad took them, and his dad was a fucking alcoholic, you know, and they went in, and he said his dad told him he was just going to sit in the car and drink, you know, out of a flask. But then eventually, my friends there. I wasn't there. I wish I would have been there. Said they were at the show. In between bands, they saw a big ass fight breaking out by the bar. They ran over there, and that guy's dad had walked in there, and he was in there fighting with a bunch of people, and he was all busted up, and he was swinging a bottle at people. Oh man, you know, and people always message me, man, how do you know all these fucked up people in these stories? I'm like, I don't know, man. I guess I'm just a magnet for fucking psychos because it's always, you know, a friend of mine lives up in Austin. He always tells me, man, what high school did you go to? Did you go to fucking Newcomb High or something, man? Because everybody knows fucked up.
Oh man,
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's another movie that I like. Class of Newcomb High.
Newcomb High. Yeah, I like
Trauma,
the soundtrack too.
Stuff.
Yeah, Trauma. The Class of Newcomb High, the first one, the first Toxic Avenger, so good. Man. And you know what I really liked about why I liked those early Trauma movies, because they were so absurd, but it still had an overlying serious tone. Like Toxic Avenger and Newcomb High, even though this crazy stupid shit's happening, the music was serious and it was trying to be playing like a serious movie, but it was just fucked up, but it wasn't played goofy. But then they started making more and more Trauma movies. They started getting more just over the top, too stupid. Like Toxic Avenger Part 2, he goes to Japan. It was kind of fucking stupid. And remember Sergeant Kabuki, man?
Sergeant Kabuki, man.
Did he pass away recently? The guy that plays him?
Yeah, he passed away. Like
did he really?
Earlier this year, yeah.
Yeah.
No shit. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the owner of Trauma, the one who the guy who did Trauma, he's still alive, right? Or he passed away?
Yeah, he's still alive.
Lloyd Kaufman.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? They made a remake of the Toxic Avenger, and they were supposed to release it this fall. And they had one of those advanced screenings, and they said that it was so bad that the distributors decided to pull out and not release the movie. So the movie's not coming out, but they made a remake of it. It's just not coming out to theaters.
Yeah, I heard they spend a lot of money on this shit too.
You know, I don't understand why when somebody does a remake, why they just can't just stick with a formula. They know what people want. Like we talked about the Friday the 13th, 2007. It's not a great movie, but they still gave people what they wanted to see out of that, you know? And also like that King Kong versus Godzilla, the first newer one, I thought that was pretty good, man. It was a lot of monster fighting. I enjoyed it. But then the second one just got too fucking stupid. All this underground and apes, and it got too Hollywood. Yeah, man, it got too Hollywood. But that first one, I mean, they gave me what I wanted, and I was happy with it.
That's why man Godzilla just almost gave Khan a heart attack.
Oh, I know. And the fights were good. I mean, like that scene where King Kong's on that aircraft carrier and they're in the water and Godzilla keeps coming out. Man, that was a good fucking scene. King Kong's jumping from each ship.
Yeah.
That was good stuff right there, man.
Yeah.
I know that you're big like a Godzilla collector of figures and stuff. What is one of your favorite of the old school movies? Like which one stands out for you of the old school Godzilla flicks?
Well, the one that I watched the most is the original King Kong versus Godzilla, because I still remember as a kid, my dad tell me, "Hey, when you get home from school, man, King Kong versus Godzilla is coming on." I was like, "Wait, I was like, what? They're fighting each other?" I couldn't even believe it, man. But then when I watched it, I was kind of turned off how shitty King Kong looked on there. But hey, it was still good. A lot of good fighting on there. But yeah, I like Destroy All Monsters.
Yeah, I like that
movie because it's got everybody on there. My only complaint on there is I wish that they would have showed like Baragon and Gorosaurus and Varan in the background. They just show him fly in the background. And that's it. They didn't do shit, and it was kind of stupid. But they had all those monsters all against Ghidorah. Or I wish they would have like a more of a tag team, kind of like how on Godzilla versus Megalon.
That's what I was about to say. That's my favorite. Yeah. I love that one.
That is so good. People say that's cheesy shit, but
that was
him and Jaguar and Gigan.
Jaguar, yeah,
man.
That's what Gigan and them, their tag team, and then Godzilla's doing the freaking on the tail drop kick.
Oh, I know he's doing a drop kick and fly.
That was awesome. I love that movie.
The thing about it, that's what you want to see. That's one of my favorites. And also another one of my favorite Godzilla movies. It's a lot of people don't like is Godzilla versus Hedorah or the Smog Monster. I fucking love that movie, man.
Yeah, that's a bugged out flick, man.
Yeah, it's very weird.
That one, I think, if I think that one could have been a little bit from the. I mean, I'm sure whatever way they did it for the dubbing for America, I'm sure in the Japanese version, it's probably a little bit more, graphic of the people getting melted or whatever that was going on. So I thought that one was a little bit more, horrific than anything.
I know it's funny too. As a kid, when I saw that, I definitely had a different feeling compared to the other movies. It was very dark, and all those people were getting killed and shit. And I mean, normally a Godzilla movie, he's destroying the city and people are dying, but you don't actually see them dying. On this movie, there are fucking skeletons.
Yeah,
after he sprayed them with that shit.
Remember they were in that dance club? They were like all the
And he starts seeing people with fish heads and shit.
Yeah.
Man, as a kid, I didn't know what the fuck was going on there, man.
I was like, what the fuck?
Look,
man,
it's tag teams. And look, I ended up picking this up.
Fuck yeah.
This is actually
Justice League.
This was actually really good.
Wow.
Man, you see that I would watch a movie like that.
It was, I read it, and the thing is that, even with the thing with the Godzilla shows Superman what's up. That's all I gotta say.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, it is really good. And then what's his name? The villain, Grodd. Grodd is like, he's over there worshiping King Kong. He calls him the Kong God or whatever the hell. It's great, man. It was actually a really good fucking crossover. I was very happy with it.
I'm gonna check that out. I used to really be into comic books. I just really haven't kind of got out. I still have all my old shit, but
yeah,
I mean that looks like something I would like.
Guys at our age now, I mean, and Tone knows, but me and Tone were pretty much the same with comic books. Go and buy the single issues. I think right now at this point, it's more like, just pick up the graphic novel. This costs all of it costs $30, and you get everything in one shot. And I was able to read it in like 2 sittings, and that's it. It was really good.
Yeah, a lot of those graphic novels are cool like that, where they compile them, like the old Secret Wars. Mm-hmm. When that shit came out, I have all the original ones, but I saw the graphic novel that had all of them in one book, and also had some little history in the back and talked about the toys. So I just bought the book, so I don't gotta fuck up my old ones and read it. Yeah. And that was and they're making a movie out of that shit now.
Yeah, but they're not doing the original Secret Wars. They're doing the one that came out in 2012 with Dr. Doom as God Doom or whatever it was called. It's different. Battle War. If you up to date on the newer Secret Wars, Dr. Doom is the main villain for that. That's why Robert Downey Jr. is now Dr. Doom.
Well, I mean, that could be. I like the original one, but I mean, Dr. Doom, as far as Marvel, is my favorite villain. So maybe that could be cool. Yeah, but I just got kind of burned out on that shit, man. All those Marvel movies. I was watching them all, but finally it got to a point where I just too much, man. It's just
you get tired of it,
It is. I think I kind of like a lot of the DC movies better. Like that last Batman movie with that fucking vampire fucker playing as Batman.
Oh yeah. Batman.
I thought that was a good fucking movie, man.
It was.
I really liked that one a lot.
Yeah, and then fucking Colin Farrell as the Penguin. I didn't even recognize his ass in there.
Yeah, they're doing a show of Colin Farrell playing.
Have you started watching that yet?
What, Penguin?
The Penguin?
Is it out already? I thought
I don't know.
I think it comes out September 19th. I saw a poster.
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Any of you guys
check it out?
watch the Terminator animation on Netflix?
I watched the first 3 episodes, and I'm trying to get through it.
It's not good.
I'm not it's very messed up because the animation is great. You know, it's Japanese animation. You know, it looks good. The gore looks good. The violence, whenever there is violence, but the pacing of it, oh my god, man, I don't know. Like I said, somebody told me about it. I said, I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm 3 in, and I'm there like, oh shit, man, let's just get through this. Yeah,
Wow.
I'm not happy with it too much. I mean, like I said, maybe the next couple of episodes will be better, but I'm 3 in and I'm not too happy.
You see, that's what I don't understand, why they try to make something more cerebral out of something that shouldn't be. Like, I don't know if you saw a few years back, they had a series of Godzilla anime that were on Netflix.
Oh,
That
yeah.
shit was fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Fucking
I couldn't
horrible.
get into it. Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. I was so excited. I started watching it. And I was like, all right, man, this shit, man.
Yeah, I mean,
The artwork looked good in the trailer,
Yeah.
but then when the actual episodes came out, like they didn't hook me. I couldn't get into it.
nah.
Yeah, that was boring as fuck. They have a Gamera series that's on Netflix. It's animated. It's better than that Godzilla shit. It's not great, but it's still pretty good because it has all the original monsters from the Gamera movies. So all those creatures are on there. So it's cool in that regard. It's worth watching.
That's the fight we need, is Godzilla versus Gamera.
I know it.
Years.
Yeah, they've been talking about that for years, man. They need to make that shit happen, man.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be a nice fight. That's like that's a long overdue fight.
Yeah.
Long overdue.
But they're two different companies, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got Toho and Dai or some shit who owns Gamera.
Yeah.
You know, with Gamera, I really enjoyed the first 3 because they were very serious, but then it started getting more kids in there and shit. I mean, I still like all of them, but the first 3, Gamera and then Gamera versus Gauss and Gamera versus Baragon, those are very serious, good movies. Then it started getting fucking childish, but I still watch all of them. You know, Gamera versus Jiger and Gamera versus Baragon. And actually, talking about that, she got there we go. That's the good shit right there. Especially, I like Attack of Legion. Legion is good shit right there.
Yeah, it's good shit, man. This one's
But you
really
know,
nice.
of that trilogy, the first 2 are great, but that shit with that Iris, man, I fucking hate that movie, man. I've tried to get into it and just can't. First 2 are good though, man.
You know, I wanted to ask you because I've heard you always say you're big into Hammer films.
Yes.
What was your favorite Hammer film?
I mean, obviously the first Christopher Lee, The Horror of Dracula, but I also I like all the movies, the Frankenstein movies with Peter Cushing playing as Frankenstein. Those are all good. And one of the ones that people kind of say is not so good is Frankenstein and the Monster from Hell, where they're in that insane asylum and that big hairy fucking.
Oh yeah. That one.
It's supposed to be like that, like some guy is supposed to look like that, but it is a good movie. I really like that one a lot. There's another one that, man, I can't even think of the fuck. You see, sometimes I get put on the spot because there's so many fucking Hammer movies I love, man. Night Creatures is also really good, but they're riding those fucking horses with skeleton suits. Got Peter Cushing.
I haven't seen that one.
It's pretty good. It's really the only cool thing about it is at the very end, they're riding in the dark and the horses have these skull like cloaks on them. It looks like they're skeletons riding at night. That's really the only cool thing about it. I don't know. I think these drinks are
Vampire
getting me.
Lovers.
What's that?
I think it was Vampire Lovers was one from them.
Yeah. That one's good. And then there's this other one. I'm trying to the twins of something. Got these 2 twin bitches and Peter Cushing's on there. It's got vampires. I can't remember vampire. I don't remember. When I get off here in the morning, I'll remember all this shit clearly. But I think this is already starting to sink in. I can't think straight.
The only thing we can say is that Christopher Lee is the best Dracula ever.
Oh, he is. I mean, I love Bela Lugosi, but Christopher Lee, I mean, what I liked about him is he had that seductive classic vampire allure, but he was also very feral. He's very like a fucking monster, I mean, on Prince of Darkness, he didn't say shit on that movie. He was going, that's all he said. He didn't say shit on there. What were you going to say? You were going to say something.
No, I was going to say that one of my favorite vampire movies that stands out in memory is the Bram Stoker one from 1992, Dracula, with Gary Oldman.
That actually, that is a really good movie. Really well done. I mean, the only thing, Keanu Reeves was kind of miscast on there, but overall, it was a good fucking movie.
Yeah.
He couldn't hold on an English accent to save his life.
Yeah, I don't know why. I guess they thought he was the hot actor back then or something. But other than that, also it's not recent anymore, but that Wolfman movie that came out with Benicio del Toro, I thought that was fucking good, man.
I enjoyed that one.
Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah, I saw that one in the theater, and I enjoyed it. I thought it was well done.
Yeah, I mean, you see, that's the kind of shit. It's giving you what people want to see, and I feel like they delivered on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's supposed to be a new one coming out, right? Blumhouse is doing one. I heard.
Yeah,
I heard already that it's. Heard the Wolfman looks terrible. I don't even want to look at it. There's places we can look at the image, and I was like, nope. I don't even think I want to watch it. I don't know. No.
That's what I don't understand is why people say, you know what, I want to get a classic and redo it and put my own spin and make it something fresh. No, nobody wants to see. If you want to do your own spin, make your own fucking movie. Come up with your own shit.
I hate when they do that shit, man. Just look, that's the whole point. If you want to make your own spin, do your own shit. Don't take something that's already established and then turn it around into just bullshit. It just that drives me crazy.
Well, I don't think Hollywood knows how to make their own shit anymore. Everything's a fucking remake these days. Everything is, man.
And a lot of CGI, I like practical effects. I'm a practical effects movie guy.
Yeah.
I feel like I could enjoy it more, and it feels more throwback and more. And you see the craftsmanship of the special effects people, but the CGI kind of gets me out of the movie with the fake blood and all the flying around.
Yeah, it looks like you're watching a fucking video game. That kind of shit. If it's done really well, these big superhero movies, I'm okay with it in those kind of movies. But like a horror movie and shit, I don't want to see that crap in there, man. I'd rather see a guy with a fucking rubber costume chasing somebody than some cartoon-looking bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard the new Beetlejuice, they try to stick to the practical effects.
Beetlejuice is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go see that tomorrow. I don't go to the theater very often, but I'm going to go see that. I have my expectations are just not high or low. I'm just going to go see what happens. And
well,
some people,
when put it this way, if this is how you know it's going to be good, because I haven't seen it yet, but Tone already saw it. He said it was good. This is how you know it's going to be good. There's women complaining that Michael Keaton is being too rough on the women.
That's good.
They already complaining, so you already know it's going to be fantastic. And he's talking, yeah. So they're already complaining about that. They're complaining about the way he's talking to women. It looks like he's throwing, making whatever. It's just they're complaining. Once you know they're complaining, that's it. It's fabulous.
That's the way it should be. It's like people were fucking crying about too much shit. I mean, you can just laugh at that. If he's walking around saying, as they use the word, misogynistic jokes, it's fucking funny, man. I think it's funny, but I mean, do I believe in slapping the shit out of a woman or something? Nah, man, I'm not into that crap. Take care of women, whatever. But when they start saying it's funny, you just gotta laugh at it. It's fucking entertainment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rhevok, which, I know we're talking about horror. Which horror movie, in your mind, stands out as one of the most fucked up that you ever seen? One of the most over the top, holy shit ones that just really fucked you up.
Yeah, it's real easy. That fucking Serbian film.
What I sent you?
Yeah. Yeah, the one that you sent me.
Of course, it came from Tone Joker.
No shit. Because it's funny. I don't know how I had never seen that before, but everybody kept messaging me, "Hey man, you seen this?" Nah. And then Tone says, "Hey, I'll send you a copy." I'm like, "All right," and I put it on, and honestly, most of the movie I liked it. I thought it was fucking funny. You know, just him fucking that bitch and cut her head off. You know, that's okay. But then those two scenes, though, man, and the ending, I was like, oh man, that's.
It's really over the top. Yeah.
Yeah, it's too crazy, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
you
again,
ever seen Dr. Butcher, MD?
Yes, yeah. It's also called
crazy.
Cannibal Holocaust.
Yeah.
Hold on here.
Oh man.
Oh shit.
Salud.
Salud.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Let's go, baby.
Huh?
Happy fucking Friday the 13th.
Yo, the Mets won, bro.
Yeah, fuck it. I have the VHS of that movie, but I can't find it. I don't feel like digging through there. But yeah, that's a good fucking movie, man.
Yeah. It was Dr. Butcher, MD / Zombie Holocaust, right?
Yeah, Zombie Holocaust. Yeah, the VHS tape I have says Butcher MD, but I also have a DVD.
That's one of my favorite artworks. Like from the artwork just for that VHS is awesome.
Yeah, Barry, you sent me that shirt with that on the cover.
Yep.
That's a good fucking shirt right there, man.
That was Rich's idea. He was the one that gave me the idea to put some of those classic covers on shirts and stuff. So I did that, and Hatchet, I think, was the two that I was able to put. There was another one, right? Basket Case. I have that.
Oh, that's good shit too.
A
basket case.
Yeah, so I got those three. So it's basket case.
Every time I wear that fucking MD shirt out, somebody always, oh, that's fucking bad, because that's not common, you know. It's not. It's a good fucking movie, man. Basket Case too. Good shit.
When back in the days, Rhevok, when Tone and I were younger, we had part-time jobs, and we were messengers, and we would deliver packages, and we worked around 42nd Street. And back then they had a lot of theaters, and you could pay $5 and you could see 3 films back to back all the way to daylight, and they show you like a horror film, an action film, and then the late night film would be like a sexploitation flick.
Man, you can sneak a fucking bottle of whiskey in there and stay in there all night.
We did.
Yeah. those are the best, man. Those are the best theaters, man.
They were the best.
Man.
I think I told Rich this one. One time I went in there to watch Nightmare. No, it was Nightmare on Elm Street, the third part before the Duke closed down.
Dream Warriors.
And back then you could go in the middle of the movie. You didn't have to wait for the next showing. So I went in the middle of the movie, saw that. So I said I'm going to stay to watch the beginning. So I started watching the beginning, and through the middle, all of a sudden the movie disappeared. Because it was 30, right? Stopped, and all of a sudden they started playing a porn. Everybody, what the fuck? I'm like, hey, I'm looking. It's like almost 1 a.m. I'm like, and this porn is just playing. I'm like, oh shit. Back to Nightmare on Elm Street.
I guess the guy running the projector was getting horny, so he put that shit on. He's jerking off up there.
Oh man. Well,
man, that's fucking hilarious, man.
Speaking of which, I mean, now we talked about Nightmare on Elm Street. I just thought about the fucking soundtrack with Dokken.
I know. Yeah.
That was one of my favorite songs in the mid '80s, man. I think I must have used that song too.
Oh yeah.
Hey, it's good shit.
Don't wanna drink no more.
Yeah.
I always liked Dokken, man. You know what? How I first heard them. I first saw them when Breaking the Chains music video was on.
Oh yeah.
When that was brand new, and my dad would always record videos, and then that's when I first heard that, and the Motley Crue Looks That Kill video, and Ozzy Osbourne, Bark at the Moon, all that shit. Good memories back then, man, watching that stuff.
Quick question. What is your all-time favorite glam band? My favorite.
Cinderella.
Yeah, mine's it.
That's a good choice because Cinderella. You look at them, they look all fucking like pussies and shit on the first two albums. But the music, imagine if you just didn't see them and listen to music, it sounds like this is like a hard rock AC/DC kind of band. It's not
bluesy,
like it's real,
also, very bluesy.
Yep.
yeah, heavy blues rock. I like them. I like Cinderella a lot. I like LA Guns. The first album is fucking good, raw shit.
I think it was.
That was the second one. Then the first one was self-titled, but Rip and Tear is good too.
Yeah,
Glam. Who the fuck else do I like? I got a bunch of shit over here like that. It's like people put me on the spot and I can't even fucking think, man.
That's the way I get sometimes.
I like. Actually, I do like Warrant. The first two Warrant albums are really good, and this is not really called glam. It's more just blues rock. But I really love Rose Tattoo a lot. That's good shit right there.
Man.
Yeah.
I like Saxon, but that's more new wave British heavy metal.
You ever heard of band?
MTV used to show a lot of like rock and glam videos and stuff like that, and a lot of those bands, they some of them, like you said, they look pussy with the makeup and all that, but some of them were like hard rock / bluesy, and they were actually really good. Some of them never blew up to become bigger bands, but then at the end of the show, that's when you would have to wait and get like the triple thrash threat to get
thrash threat.
Heavy,
yeah. But you're right.
Band.
Some of those bands, like remember Badlands?
Oh, I love Badlands.
They were a pretty heavy hard rock band. They didn't really make it, but they were on. They had music videos on there, like the Bullet Boys. The fuck else? Another band that I did not like back then was Great White. I just thought that's fucking shit. And I recently went back and started listening to it. I was like, man, they had some pretty fucking heavy songs, man. Heavy, rock and roll heavy, not Mortician heavy.
You want to get a laugh? When Tone and I were younger, we went out to the Nassau Coliseum to go see the Cult, and the opening band was Dangerous Toys, and they were
yes, actually,
they're from
how
Texas.
The fuck could I mention them? Dangerous Toys, that's some good shit. Man.
Tone loved Dangerous Toy. That was his thing.
Yeah.
That's cool. You saw them with
I still got the shirt with the clown on it. The clown jumping out the box.
Yeah. It's funny. They're from Austin, which is about 3 hours from where I'm at. And the guy that McMaster's the singer, he also had another band called Broken Teeth after Dangerous Toys. And it was along the same lines, but definitely more AC/DC heavier kind of. But I always liked Dangerous Toys. That was actually a band that my dad listened to, and I would always hear it in his fucking truck. He'd play Dangerous Toys or fucking AC/DC over and over. I was like, I like this, but now I'm fucking sick of it.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think about that. Dangerous Toys, even though they're really not glam, but they were put in that category back then, even though they
call
weren't.
them like sleaze rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Spread Eagle. Spread Eagle is not glam.
Yeah, actually, I haven't heard them. I Spread Eagle.
Yeah, they're from New York. You got to listen.
Like I need to, sounds like I need to check that shit out.
Yeah, and let me know what you think about it. If you think you're glam.
I'll have to write that down because I'll forget. Spread Eagle.
Yeah.
Well, with a name like that, it better be sleazy. Actually, I got it written down. I'm gonna go check that shit out. Actually, you know what? Let me look it up. Is on Apple. Another band that I really like is Faster Pussycat.
Oh
yeah,
the best fucking cat house in town.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? When Tony and I were younger, we used to listen to a radio station named Z-Rock. It was on the AM station. And
I remember that.
Yeah, and what they would do in New York is that they would give out free tickets, and that's how we got to see a lot of those bands.
Okay. That's cool, man.
Yeah, we used to win free tickets, and then we used to go to a club called the Ritz, which was on West 54th Street, and those shows would start at 10 o'clock at night. and Tone was about 15 and I was about 16, and they let us into the club. We saw all those fucking bands.
Man,
That's cool shit.
Rolling out. One time, I don't know if you know a band called Law and Order.
It sounds familiar, but I don't know.
They performed, and me and my cousin started talking with them, and they invited us upstairs to where the bar was at, and we were hanging out with them and stuff for a while.
They used to play with Bang Tango, another band.
Oh, I remember Bang Tango. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bang Tango was good.
Up there drinking with those fucking hippies and getting the blowjob from some.
Yeah. So, the thing was that around that time, Rhevok, Barry was listening to a lot of Manowar, so he would take off his shirt and put a lot of baby oil all over himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I had to get the Conan sword out and the lion cloth and just go crazy.
Hey man, if you're in a, that's the only way for Manowar right there, man.
Well, speaking of which, let me ask you, considering a lot of your musical tastes and what you've been into, as far as you've been pretty much into everything. What was your influence to say, you know what, I would like to be a performer. I would like to, start my band. And what band or what musicians gave you that inspiration to go and want to perform?
Probably early on, just listening to Overkill and thrash like that, and then after that I discovered fucking hardcore. And you see, back then you didn't have videos of that shit, and you just saw pictures, but you think, man, this looks aggressive and shit, or confrontational, and there's early Agnostic Front pictures, and sick of it all. And then also when finally they had an Agnostic Front video on Headbangers Ball at Anthem from Live TVs, that video.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, this is me right here, man. This is what I saw that video, all the guys on the stage, and Roger Mara has head shaved. It was just, man, it was fucking good shit, man.
What about the video for Sick of It All, Injustice System?
Yeah, that too.
That one, and Cro-Mags, We Gotta Know, that was another big video. Yeah,
I know. And I've talked about this on other videos too. Cro-Mags, I like them. And then, have y'all seen that movie called The Beat?
The Beat.
Oh, the is that the ska one?
The what?
Is it the ska music one?
Nah, oh, not that. You're talking about English Beat. Nah.
Oh,
yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're talking about English
The
Beat,
Booms,
the
man.
band. What is it? Save it for later. La, 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 la. Sooner or later. There's a mirror in the bathroom. Hey, I like that shit too. People probably think, man, you like all that fucking shit. Yeah, I do. But the movie The Beat, it was based in New York. It had the actor John Savage. He was like on Deer Hunter and all that shit. And he was a teacher.
That's familiar. I can't think straight. Yeah.
It's got Kevin Dillon on there, but they're like a bunch of punk, hardcore guy, young kids in the city, and they're just doing a bunch of stupid shit. But they say, I was watching it. All right, man, we're going to the concert. We're going to go see the Iron Skulls. And I was like, all right. They go in a concert, big ass pit. And I was like, that's fucking Cro-Mags. And it was Cro-Mags playing on there.
Oh,
that clip is on YouTube. You can find it. That scene where they're playing, man, that's the best part of the movie, man. They play Hard Times and something else. I can't remember what else they played. It was a good scene, man.
Thanks. Yeah.
Good shit right there. It's called The Beat. I can't find that movie anywhere now.
I gotta write it down because I think I've heard of it, but I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah. Did you ever heard
there's some it's a lot of stupid shit. He's trying to teach them like beat poetry, and they're going the beat, ba ba ba. It's a bunch of fucking stupid shit. But the scenes where they're going to the shows and some random shit where they're running around with guns shooting at random people, but for the most part, it's one of those movies where the teacher is trying to help the kids and not, do evil shit or whatever. But I can't find that movie. I wanted to rewatch it not too long ago. I can't find it.
What year was that movie?
It had to have been in the 80s because that's when Age of Quarrel because it was John Joseph was still singing during that part. So it was before
Probably
Best Wishes.
87, 88 or something, right?
Probably. I want to say 86 or 87 is what I want to say.
Wow, yeah. I also remember watching Chips, that show with Eric Estrada and a big pit breaking out with that band.
Yeah. You know what's funny? You mentioned that. That scene, I remember watching that as a kid when it first happened. I remember I was like, "Oh, it's fucking cool," and my dad said, "Those are a bunch of fucking idiots on there." But the guy with a mohawk was William Forcier, with the actor playing as that part. And then when they're playing live, they play that song. It's called "I Dig Pain," and we thought about covering that song for this album. I shit you not.
Wow.
We're gonna cover it.
Wow.
It's actually pretty good, man. It's just basic punk rock shit, but
you might have to sneak it into the live set.
I know that'd be good shit. I dig pain. I used to love fucking Chips, man. Chips, Eric Estrada, and fucking Baker and Sarge. Man, that was watch that shit all the time, man.
Mine was Starsky and Hutch. I used to
Starsky and Hutch, yeah, that too. You know what's funny? That car they had, it was red with a stripe. I remember when I was a kid, we were eating somewhere, and I was probably like 8 years old. We saw somebody had a car just like that. My dad said, "Look, there's Starsky and Hutch," and I thought, "Oh, are they in there? Let's go see them." I thought they were really out there.
That car was ass.
Yeah, Starsky and Hutch, that was good shit.
Yeah, that's back when television was worth watching.
Yeah.
You see, it was entertainment without an agenda. You just watch stuff and just, cool movies, cool action. There wasn't any. I don't know what the fuck, how this world has gotten where we're at, but everything is just so fucked up now, where people are just. I don't even. I mean, I don't have the answers. I'm just some fucking idiot. But just from what I see, it's just like, God damn, everything's got to have some kind of agenda, man.
And everything is like people get their feelings hurt quick. Like, back then, comedy was just so totally different. Like Carlin and, Richard Pryor and all those old
Sam
comedians.
Kinison.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, like a perfect example, like of Sam Kinison. Actually, before I go to Sam Kinison, when Sam Kinison goes, "Ow, ow," he yells.
Mm-hmm.
Now, think of that sound in your head. Now think about nuclear assault.
I always say like him.
Yeah.
I always thought, is this Sam Kinison's band?
Yeah.
But yeah, talking about Sam Kinison, I remember back then it was 90 or 89. I can't remember what year it was. He did a HBO stand-up comedy. He was talking all kinds of shit. And then he was like, "Yeah, man, and rap fucking sucks. We got some rock and roll." And he goes, "Rap sucks." And he goes, "Oh yeah, by the way, look who's in the crowd." And Ice-T was out there. Ice-T was laughing. Nobody was crying. Like, "Oh, I'm gonna fuck this guy up." It was just like, hey,
Yeah.
Joke, man. Now everybody's gotta want to kill somebody or get angry because somebody doesn't think the same way they do, man. That's why I'm just like, whatever, man. Look at you're cool to me, I'm cool to you. You fucking disrespect me, then there's me a problem. But other than that,
you made fun of their wrong gender, something. Yeah, it's just fun.
You have
that stupid saying. They say, "Hey, you do you." Well, I say, yeah, do. If you like, whatever, jerking off and looking at pictures of dead pigs or something. I mean, if that's what you like. I don't know, man. Wow. Do what you want, man. Just don't push it on me.
Oh, this is sick. Crazy.
Oh man. But I want to. I guess we're going to start wrapping up soon. But I wanted to ask you. Well, this is, I guess, a question I'll ask pretty much everybody. Now I'll turn this into a thing. Since you are black metal, give me your 5 favorite black metal albums.
Ooh, man, I should have been prepared because you know what? I watched your other interviews and the same people go, "Oh man." I said, "Yeah, I'm going to be prepared. He's going to ask me something. I'm going to be ready." Let me. Well, actually, one I could say for sure. This is kind of generic, but Blasphemy's "Fallen Angel of Doom" is very impactful to me. I know that's kind of the trendy band now because you go to a metal show, everybody has Blasphemy shit. But when that album first came out, it wasn't like that. But when I first heard it, I loved it. And then the Gods of War after that too is very influential. The early Dark Thrones. The fuck else? I mean, there is shit that's definitely very impactful to me. Early Judas Iscariot for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's some good shit right there.
Yeah. Because of you, I got turned on to them.
Hey, that's
good
band, man.
Album.
Yeah.
This is their best.
Early on, I like the early. Oh yeah, man, that's a good fucking record right there, man. I love
this album.
Yeah, the early. I can't even fucking think straight. I just had something in my mind. I already forgot. Looking at records and shit. Oh, Bestial Warlust from Australia too.
Oh yeah.
I literally bought that. It was like 95. I didn't even know who they were. I was in California. I went to a record store and saw the cover. I said, "This cover has to be good. It has to be." And I bought it. I was like, "Oh fuck, man!" And I still love that band to this day. There's other stuff I can think of that's more underground, but I just can't even fucking think. But hell, the black metal I've been listening to here lately, Tone, this shit you sent me, man.
Which one's that one? Oh,
the
yeah.
Decimation Hammer. Fucking brutal shit, man.
Nice.
You sent me his fucking demos like the old days, man. I got fucking tapes and put that shit in. Fucking funny, too. You sent me this 3-way split with Drew's first band on it. I told him, "Hey, you got any more copies?" "No, man." But you sent it to me. I was like, "All right, this works out good."
There you go.
Yeah, Drucifer, I got your shit from New York, motherfucker.
Nice. And my last one.
5 copies of that.
Yeah, he only did a few at that time.
Yeah.
My last one. 5 albums or groups outside of the metal genre that you like.
Outside?
Mm-hmm.
Men at Work. Hey, you brought up the English beat. Sooner or later. Well, actually, English beat, I'm kind of a poser when it comes to them. I like their hits. I'm not really in, but I do like Madness. It's more of a ska band. I like a lot of their shit. I like a lot of
what about the
shit. I like the Specials, some of them, but I always think about Ghost Town or their cover of Rudy. It's good. I like Madness better than the Specials, but they're good. I like Susie and the Banshees a lot. I like the Smiths.
Nice.
I like Sisters of Mercy. I like Bauhaus.
Nice. Oh yeah.
I don't know. I have a very, as they say, eclectic taste in music because again, I'll just listen to random shit. Like for example, I don't really like rap or anything, but I'll still listen to shit because I like to listen to music. Because like recently, I was listening to a podcast on Apple Podcast called No Dogs in Space. Some friend of mine, his old lady, told me about it, and they do deep dive podcasts about bands like Dead Kennedys or Cramps or The Damned or whatever. And I saw they had one about the Beastie Boys. It was like 4 parts. And I was like, you know what? I'll put it on, and it's really cool because they went back and talked about in New York how a lot of the early rap started and shit. And again, I'm not into that, but I still found it really interesting. And, they'd play clips of the stuff from back then. What was it? Grandmaster Flash or some shit like that. And,
DJs, And you know what's funny about the Beastie Boys? They started off as a punk hardcore band.
Yes.
Some of those albums are actually pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, they are. A grade on Mojo. A grade. B-I-A-C-E. B-I-S. Yeah. But a point is, I'll listen to anything. Like I said, I'm not, really into rap, but I enjoyed listening to that, hearing the history about it, and they'd play clips and then after it was over, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give this shit a shot. I said, since we were doing Beastie Boys, let's listen to the album. And then I started listening. It's okay, but then I just find myself just dozing off, not paying attention to the music, you know, because I know a lot of guys I know hate rap, but then I know other guys like the guy from Goat Throne Records. He likes a lot of old rap, and I remember talking to him. He's like, "You don't like so and so?" I'm like, "Fuck no," and he likes it all. And hey, more power to you. But that's just how I am. I like anything about music and anything with an edge to it, and that's why listening to that story of the early New York scene, it was cool to listen to. You know, hear the background of what happened, how the Beastie Boys got influenced and started, you know, Run DMC and all that kind of shit.
That's
It's
shit.
cool. I mean, you talk about non-metal music. I could go on and just keep talking about shit like
I
that.
just wanted your
Like,
five best. I just wanted your five best.
oh, sorry. You know what? Actually, you know, Barry, I got to give it to you. You know, you're really good about, because I've what about, you know, okay, we got the podcast going. Okay, we're gonna wrap it up. My fucking dumbass, we get live streams. We're still doing it till 2:00 in the morning.
Today,
Because I think we did one. Was it you and you see? I've done so many of these podcasts. I started drinking. I can't remember who I did them with. I know I've done a couple with you, Barry.
Mhm.
I think it with all you motherfuckers. I can't remember who was it with Drucifer. I can't remember.
one with MOD.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I remember that one. But
So, you have some questions because I got 5 questions for him.
I got
But,
one important question.
Yeah, go ahead.
The name of your album is "Eat Pussy for Satan," right?
yeah.
So here, what do you prefer? A hairy pussy, light hairy, or bald skin like Barry's head?
Hey man, that's a good question, man. We're getting deep now. You know what? I like. Hey Barry, you're turning me on, man. Hey, do that again real quick. Okay, so to answer
Better
this
than jerking
question,
off the pigs.
hey, I like the bald pussy, but if you pull that shit down some 70s shit, fuck it, man. You know, whatever.
Yeah, 70s.
All right. I got 5 questions. You ready, Rhevok?
Yes, sir.
Who is your favorite wrestler of all time?
Easy question. Roddy Piper.
Oh,
Rest in
Because
peace. Rest in
and I'm
peace,
not talking about the Piper where he was a good guy. I'm talking about 83, 84, 85,
Yeah.
Piper's Pit,
Yeah.
smashing coconuts on Jimmy Snuka's head.
Yeah,
That's
that was the
Piper I'm
shit.
talking about.
Yeah.
And you know, and he had so much. If you watch those old Piper's Pits and shit, they were saying shit on there that you couldn't get away with now.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of, and that's what I liked about it. You know, it was just a lot of confrontational shit, and he would get people on there and he'd humiliate them, and then they'd knock the shit out of him. And you know, I mean, I use this quote. It's funny because it was done in good taste, but well, actually, I guess it wasn't in good taste. But a lot of the shit he said. Remember one time they were jumping the Junkyard Dog, who I like the Junkyard Dog too, and they were jumping, had his head split open. Another wrestler, Salvatore Bellomo, he was a fucking jobber, but he jumped in there to try to help him. And it's fucking funny. Piper said, "Why are you trying to help him? He's not even the same color as you." Like you couldn't get away with that shit now, man.
Oh,
do you ever remember Hammer Valentine when he had the feud with Junkyard Dog? He kept on saying that
he told me, Gene, you're a dirty old black man. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, the thing about like that, obviously they were all friends. It was just trying to get the people pissed off, you know. Now, if you did something like that, man, somebody would be wanting to shoot you or something.
They get thrown off TV.
Yeah. I mean, it's just funny, you know, just like in the same sense, they would, talk about, you fucking hillbillies and fucking inbreds and, just shit like that. It's fun, and wrestling was so much cooler back then. I liked Piper. I liked Bobby the Brain Heenan was fucking funny as shit.
Yeah.
What about NWA? Did you like NWA?
Yeah, I did. I liked I like Ric Flair, but I like Magnum TA.
Yeah,
And
nice.
actually, a wrestler that I really liked it. I remember people say, "Why the fuck do you like him?" I used to like Kamala a lot, man. Kamala, come out there.
Yeah,
know,
with the stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, not like he was a good, he didn't ever say anything, but he was just like a fucking monster who's come in there and start just chopping on people and shit like that.
Yeah, yeah. Kamala slammed Andre.
He did. He sure
Yeah, yeah.
did. And you
Yeah.
go back and look at that video, he did it with ease.
Yeah.
He just slammed it. It wasn't like, "Urgh."
Yeah.
What do you think of the Macho Man?
Macho Man? Yeah. I liked him in the 80s. Once he started wearing that fucking cowboy hat and all that colorful shit, that was fuck. I mean, he was still a good wrestler, but in the 80s, he was really good. And another wrestler that was really good, he wasn't much, well, he became a good talker later in his career, but fucking Rick Martel, he was a good fucking wrestler, good performer. I mean, later on, he became the model.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at one time he was the AWA champion.
Yeah.
But then he became the model, and he was just going.
Yeah.
When you have a chance, I'm gonna send you when later on. I'm gonna send you a match between Ric Flair and Rick Martel in Japan.
Oh, I've seen that, the unification match.
Yeah, that they get bloody.
Yes. That's good shit. That kind of wrestling I really enjoyed. Rick Martel and the old Ric Flair matches. And you know something what I liked about Ric Flair back then? He was a heel, but every time he wrestled, it was built up like it was a real fight, like a boxing match. And he would come in the ring and he would like actually shake the guy's hand, like it was like he'd be a cocky asshole, but it was still like you had a sense like it was a real fight, the way he portrayed it. I always just thought that was really cool compared to Hulk Hogan shit. It wasn't like that. It was just crazy, over the top shit, which I like that too. But it just early NWA just seemed more realistic, like a real match, a real fight.
I like those kind of wrestling matches, like Dynamite Kid and Tiger Mask and all that. But I also was a big fan of like people like Abdullah the Butcher and Terry Funk and Bruiser Brody that like that shit crazy, just fighting all over. Like I that shit would just get me crazy. I get hyped.
Oh, especially the Bruiser Brody Abdullah the Butcher fights, man. And also in that group, you can also throw in Stan Hansen as well.
Oh yeah.
Now Stan Hansen. That guy looked like somebody I could see him behind a bar fighting and fucking people up for real. I mean, he looks like somebody that really could fight. Because you look at some guys, that guy can't really fight. Yeah. He looks like he would fuck somebody up. They say like Haku is real badass, but I could see Harley. Yeah, they said Harley Race was a legitimate tough guy too.
Yeah,
crazy.
Man. Every time I have these, it always turns into from music to horror and wrestling.
Obvious.
All right, I'll give you my second question because I know we got a little crazy with that first question. My second question is, what is your favorite boxer of all time? Boxing.
Ooh, man. Now that's a good question because I like classics as far as just great fighter that I love to watch was Marvelous Marvin Hagler. I loved his fights. But there was other guys I liked too that weren't as popular. And there was one fighter that I really, really liked. He only became a WBO middleweight champion, but he was from Yonkers, New York, Doug DeWitt. And he was out of New York. He was a good fucking fighter, but he has totally a flat nose. He was a white guy, but he had a fucking quick ass fucking left hook, man. Fuck you up. And he was a good fighter. He gave Thomas Hearns a fucking tough ass fight. And actually, Thomas Hearns too. I like Thomas Hearns. I like Iran Barkley.
Yeah, Iran.
Arturo Gotti. I mean, that's
that's our.
Remember the Arturo Gotti versus Mickey Ward trilogy?
Oh man, yeah, especially the first one. Remember Mickey Ward hit him with that left hook to the body, and in that ninth round, I don't know how Gotti got it from that shit. And at the end of the round, he was swinging back. Like, man.
Remember his shoulder got dislocated and he was fighting with one arm.
Oh man.
Gotti.
Yeah, Gotti was cut of a different cloth. That's for damn sure. You know what's crazy though? How tough he was. His brother Joe Gotti was a really good boxer too, but he didn't have the chin. He fought Terry Norris for the title and got knocked out in the first round. I mean, he was a good fighter, but he just didn't have the guts or whatever that his brother had. Arturo, man, here.
Oh, yeah. For me, I feel like in the 70s, it started with Ali. It shifted over in the 80s with Tyson. And then Marvelous Marvin Hagler was a big one for me in the 80s. His fights were tremendous.
Yeah.
And Thomas Hearns. Also, Roberto Duran is another guy to mention.
Yeah. Roberto Duran, Julio Cesar Chavez. I like Camacho, Boom Mancini.
Yeah.
Vinny Pazienza. That's more in the 80s, though.
Vinny Paz, yeah.
Yeah. And his trilogy with Greg Haugen, which was really fucking good.
Yeah.
See, people are watching this, probably have no idea what the fuck we're talking about, but there's like probably one guy watching. Oh, man, they know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. I like boxing, but I don't love it as much as I loved it in the 70s and the 80s up to the early to mid 90s. Like, it's awesome, but it's not the same.
No,
they kind of tap each other now. They don't box as hard as they used to.
Yeah, I agree. I was really into it up to probably about 15 years ago. I kind of stopped, not following it. But before that, I was all in buying the fucking Ring magazine and KO magazine.
Yeah, me too.
Shit. But now I don't. I mean, maybe a Canelo fight I'll watch or something. But overall, I'm not as invested as I used to be. In the 90s, I used to like to watch fucking Tommy Morrison and Ray Mercer and a lot of fucking Tim Witherspoon, a lot of good fucking heavyweights.
Don't forget the comeback. George Foreman was a dude at that time.
Yeah. That was pretty fucking incredible, man.
Yeah.
I really wish that he would have fought Tyson. That would have been interesting to see what would have happened. Actually, the fight for Mike Tyson that didn't happen, I wish would have happened. I would like to have seen him fight David Tua. Remember him?
Oh, yeah, the short guy. Short heavyweight.
Yeah.
But he has power.
Big power, and he has a good chin. So imagine him fighting Tyson with a good chin and power, man.
He was from the Fijis or from Hawaii? I forgot.
He was from New Zealand. He was a Maui, Maori. But yeah, he fought Lennox Lewis, but Lennox Lewis just kept him out with his jab. But if him and Tyson would have fought, or even when Tommy Morrison got popped with fucking having AIDS, he was about to fight Mike Tyson. That would have, I'm pretty sure Mike Tyson would have won that because he has a better chin than Morrison. But I think for a round, that would have been a crazy fucking fight.
Yeah, crazy. You remember Razor Ruddock?
Mm-hmm. The Smash.
Yeah. He gave
his two fights with Tyson were good. His fight with Morrison was good. He had a good fight with Michael Dokes.
Oh yeah.
Then
all right, let's move on to the next question because I know that we'll stay talking about boxing the whole night. We're up to question number 3?
Yeah.
Look at Barry. He's ready to go to bed.
All right. Let's get crazy, Mordant. Who's your favorite porn star of all time?
Rocco Siffredi.
Yeah.
Christy Canyon.
Yeah.
Oh no.
There you go, Christy Canyon.
There you go. That's one of the first videos that I saw in the 80s with those big ass. Yeah, she was. And Ginger Lynn was another top one around that time.
It's all good shit right there.
Vanessa Del Rio.
You ever heard a porn star called Kim Maternity?
No, but a name like that's got to be good. Holy shit.
All right.
Look her up when you got a chance.
I'm going to look it up, get a bunch of fucking spam and viruses all over my computer.
Question number 4. What is your favorite beer or liquor? Which one is your go-to?
Oh, it's liquor for sure. I'm not much of a beer fan. I mean, if I go some places like, that heavy metal market we always go to, they always hold it at a brewery. So I just drink beer there, and it's not my favorite, but I like fucking liquor, vodka or, whiskey or shit like that. But yeah, at that, oh god damn, that last fucking metal market we went to, I had a beer and people kept giving me shit. Some fucking hillbilly, hey man, this is the fucking Czech beer, and I took that, and then that motherfucker, one of those guys from Nuclear War, now ended up just handing me 2 different beers, and I was like fucked up. I was like, man, I gotta drive home, motherfucker. You know, just slow down, man. But yeah, I like liquor. This sounds kind of pussy because I like either liquor or tonight I'm drinking fucking Trulies. This is like some bitch shit here, but I like it. You know, I'd rather drink that than beer. But whatever, whatever. If that's all it's available,
whatever gives you a nice little buzz, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Exactly,
but whiskey, what's your favorite whiskey then? Brand did you drink?
Like, you see, it's also too, I'm not really like a connoisseur. I just fucking drink whatever people have, you know. It's literally.
So you'll drink Everclear, huh?
Yeah. Hey, we'll see what happens when we come to New York, man.
Oh, yeah.
All these other motherfuckers in the band, they like to fucking drink too. The bass player, Nocturnal Penetrator, he drinks, but not as much. But the fucking guitarist, his ass will be, he'll be fucked up.
Damn, nice. So cool. So Barry, we should probably get ready to wrap this up. The show is coming November the
Hey, Rich,
16th, right?
Rich, you only did 4 questions. I'm waiting for number 5.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Number 5. I'm like, wait, he only did 4.
I heard a rumor that you used to go party at a place called in Texas, the Blue Oyster Club. Can you tell me about that?
Hey, me and old Steve Gutenberg used to go there all the time, man. And when I would walk in, they would go. I know. Hey, I used to go there, and I used to fucking party with Al Pacino at hanging out cruising also.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man.
Oh man.
I'm horsing around, man.
I'm just picturing him getting taken into the dance floor, and then I just got that in my head.
Hey, you know, I mean, I'm not into sucking dick, but I mean, we've been drunk and walked into places like that before. We're just hanging out and laughing and shit, whatever, man. I mean, I'm into pussy, but you know, whatever. Hey, actually, I got a story. I know, Barry, you're ready to go to bed. Me too.
Yeah, I'm good. Since
we're talking about stuff like this, there is a bar that used to be around here that was like that, but they played like techno music and dance music, and we'd always go there, you know, hanging out, going to different places to end up going there just to fuck around. We bring a bunch of bitches with us and just go in there. And there's this one black metal guy, we call him Black Metal Jeremy. If he's watching, he may be watching this. And he's very black metal and he's not as uptight, but back then he used to be. And we told him he was hanging out. And I said, hey man, we're gonna go to this place. There's a death metal band playing. Okay, yeah, I'm cool. And we knew he was gonna freak out. We go into this place, so we didn't tell him where we were going.
That's fine.
We're walking up there, and already in the front there was 2 guys standing there in complete leather outfits from head to toe, standing. He's like, man, what the fuck kind of shit is this? I said, oh, I don't know, man. Come on in. You see, we thought we were just having a good time, and he was like freaking out. He was in there drinking, and man, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Hey, but no joke, we used to have a lot of good times. I mean, you know, not like I'm in there fucking, like I said, not picking up men. We were hanging out with women and shit, but you know, we had a good time just partying in there with fucking random people. And
yeah.
You should have told him those were extras from the first season of American Horror Story. Maybe he would have believed.
Oh yeah, no shit. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Oh man, you got something else there, Tone?
Tone, you got anything else? I think
I got a whole shitload, but I'll save this when I see him because Barry needs to go to bed, bro.
Oh, that's what it is, yeah.
I know. Hey, I'm ready, man. I'll be up here all night and just start talking about wrestling and Godzilla and shit, man. And
yeah, bro. Ready to get down with the good ones here, but we'll save them. We'll save them for part 2.
What do you got? Give
we
me
got
one.
one more, Tone. Throw one more in
Come
there.
on, Tone. Go
I
ahead,
want to
Tone.
always know you prefer what you call big asses or big titties.
That's a good question, but I like the big tits.
Chick
Yeah.
guy. Right?
I mean, because I
Alright.
like a big ass, but I don't want some fucking flat shit and then a big ass. That's not going to work for me. So there you go, man. Hey, this is a good interview, man. I had all kinds of questions I wasn't expecting.
There you go, man. Gotta keep it there, man. Gotta keep it there. Gotta keep you entertained as well, you know.
Yeah.
Hey,
I wanted
enjoyed
to
it.
ask you too, because I know I did something with Vincent recently, with the last What Gets
Oh,
You
that
Going.
What Got Your Goat? Yeah,
Yeah,
I
with
watched
Ed.
it.
So I think he mentioned that he wanted to get a few of us. It was like me, you, Paul from Kai, Drucifer. He wanted to do like a whole YouTube musician thing. So I think he's gonna set up something with that with us soon. So I think that'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, I'd be good with that. Just like I said, it's always cool talking to all those guys. You know, it's having a good time. Yeah, I'm all for it, man.
Yeah, man. And
What gets your goat?
basically, I was gonna ask too that well, not ask. I was just gonna tell you. Like I said, I give you, and I've mentioned this plenty of times, and Rich knows I've said it. I said I've given you so much props for basically getting our channel up into something. Rich came on. We were in that little hemisphere, and when you went and you threw us into the mix like you did when I was still later, I'm still thankful to that to this day, and I thank you very much for that, man. Truly
Well,
do.
yeah, absolutely. I'm all about, it's like the old days. You help me, I help you. And especially if it's somebody doing something I really like, I'm going to help promote it. That's why I try to always throw names out there and try to get people to look at other people's channels because everybody has something good and everybody has a different approach. Like Barry, your channel has a certain, how can I say, it's like a real laid back, easy kind of guy. You look like somebody like, yeah, I'd be a cool guy. And then you're very knowledgeable. Like you watch your shit, and then like Eddie's channel is a little bit different. He's more like, I always call him Casey Kasem. Okay, guys, but I like it, and but it's different. Then you look at Vincent Crowley's channel. He's just very stoic, but it's always some interesting stuff. But it's funny that the first time when I did a video with him, he was just real straightforward, and then when we got off, we kept talking an hour after. I was telling him all kinds of fucked up shit. He was laughing. I was like, man, why you should have been acting like that on the fucking video, man. But I mean, again, everybody has their own personality. I like that because you can't just you start trying to fake shit. It just doesn't work. You be your own person and talk about cool shit. And everything's a little bit different. That's why I like to watch shit. I get up. Usually, my thing is every morning I get up and watch somebody's videos, whether it's yours or J Dog, Homeboy, or Vincent, whoever. I like to watch. That's how I always get my morning started, watching some coffee or drinking some coffee and watching. So I try to, spit it out there as much as I can because people did that for me as well. I mean, like fucking Homeboy, J Dog, he helped me out, and showing my shit on there and stuff. And then Vincent Crowley, and then also the Death Doom Metalhead. I don't know if y'all watched him. He's from England.
Yeah.
Him and Altars of Madness. But it's funny, when I first started this, yeah, those are good channels. I like to, shout them out too. But Death Doom Metalhead, I had watched his shit. And back when we very first started this channel, I was just watching one of his videos. He's randomly, and I came across this new channel, a Mordant Rhed. I was like, what the fuck? And he was talking about, oh shit. And he was one of the first people that kind of helped promote us. Also, Metal Miners. Also, they helped early on. So that's why I try to, people that are cool try to help each other out. And like even in our thank you list on CD, I try to put as many people on there as possible. But if I put everybody, I have to fill the whole fucking book up. I just didn't have time. But I made sure all you motherfuckers are in there for sure.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, because it goes hand in hand. It's you got to spread the word and help each other out. And that's why I like to talk about bands and stuff and spread it out there. Because again, if I just did a video YouTube and just talking about our band and that's it, it would be interesting, but you got to switch it up. You know, you can't just talk about that shit all the time. So I'm all about helping people out. They're cool, man.
Yeah, I mean that's what it's. I mean that's what being in the metalhead community. It's like when you have your band and you're just starting out, but they're a good band. Yo, come on, you're gonna get this show together, and next thing you know, you spread it to different crowds. That's how you just spread the wealth. I like that.
I know. I know. Just think about this shit. 2 years ago, I didn't think I'm gonna be playing fucking Go to Menez in New York down the road. I just never know how shit's gonna fall.
Yeah, that's right.
True. It's true.
Also, like Regimental Records, we got in contact with him. We would start shooting the shit back and forth and trading CDs and stuff. And he sent me a bunch of stuff, and I reviewed and tried to help promote his label more. And then now he's our fucking live drummer now.
Nice.
Never know what the fuck's gonna happen.
Yeah,
So that's why you don't fucking cut, burn bridges and be an asshole, because that can come back to haunt you in a good or a bad way.
Absolutely. Yes, you do shit like that, man. That fucks up people. Bad.
Yeah, that's why I try to be respectful to everybody until they piss me off. Then I'll be the biggest asshole you ever met. But just when you first meet somebody, man, show people much respect and always be nice to people. They piss me off though, and then that's a different story. But
yeah.
Man, I like I said, I just truly, we truly appreciate it, for what you've done, and like I said, man, I remember looking at the video when you made it, and you gave the little clip where I was still laid up on the sofa reviewing, Immortal Suffering, and I was like, oh my God, look, I thought that was just the coolest shit, man, and
it's those little things in life like that.
Yeah.
And I feel the same way when somebody talks about us and says something nice. It's cool, man. It's about supporting. And like I said, it won't be the last time you'll be talked about. Actually, we do those shows. I plan on doing like a little tour video or something of the shows and talk about the bands we play with. Maybe even maybe we can shoot a clip for a video and do like a fucking Biohazard. Hey, everybody.
The bonus footage.
There you go. Oh man, that shit would be hilarious, man.
We can totally,
homeboy.
Yeah. Actually, ever since he said homeboy, anytime I send him a message, hey, what's up, homeboy? I fucking saw him at Hell's Heroes, and I saw him walk by. I go, hey, what's up, homeboy? And he was. It's good shit though. I mean, that guy, he's cool too. I mean, it's all about helping each other out,
I see he had finally got his Glenn Benton interview.
That was a good interview.
It was.
I watched the whole thing.
Very good interview. It was. Very
he
good.
Got about 45 minutes worth of good questions.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, Glenn Benton answered with some good answers. It wasn't just like, no. I mean, he was engaged. It was pretty good.
Yeah, he answered. He talked about some things that I never heard of, which I thought was cool, and that was good. I was like, kind of. I know we teased him and stuff about that. Said that JB kept ducking him, But I was glad that he finally got that interview, man.
Yeah, it was good, and then it was funny him talking about Euronymous being 4'2".
Yeah. What you call what the fucking the cape? He got the cape from.
He got the cape from Party City.
Party.
Man, talking about that, you go to Party City or Spirit, whatever, you see all those like plastic graveyard and those plastic cheap ass looking fences. We always joke around, man, we play a show, let's buy all that cheap shit that looks real shitty looking and put it all over the stage.
Yeah, are you gonna do a Halloween going shopping again? Like that. I remember you did that one video. I thought that was hilarious.
I know. Actually, that one I'm probably gonna repost that video because a lot of people probably haven't seen it, but man, when I was editing that, I was crying, laughing because it was so fucking absurd.
Yeah, I remember you got it was the Jason lights, right? You got?
Yeah,
and you turn on and go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Oh man,
Yeah, because that's
driving
what my
around
wife, that's
fucking
what my
yelling.
wife, that's what my wife watches. She likes to watch those YouTube channels with the women that go and they start buying Halloween stuff or whatever. My wife's buying a lot of Halloween stuff.
Well,
so
those kind of videos is what made me want to do that.
Oh, okay.
But also, I was watching those, but there was this other. I see. I keep talking. I can't shut the fuck up.
That's all right.
But real quick, there was this other YouTube channel. I cannot find it. I guess it got taken down. But it was this some big fat fuck would go to all those Halloween stores. He would be in there like breaking shit and tearing shit up. And at the end of the video, he would have on there how much everything he broke, how much it was worth, and he would add it up. And he would say, "Yeah, I broke $1,000."
Probably got him.
Yeah, no.
They got him. They probably waited for that. He did a bunch of videos and waited for all that shit to add up.
Yeah, I couldn't believe though he would. At the end, it would be animation, animatronic, $200, and he would add it all up. Yeah, this time I fucking smashed up $800 worth of shit. They show him like looking at like stuff and just crushing it. And there was that little animatronic of that zombie on the swing, and he like did a fucking shitty ass sidekick and tried to break it and almost fell through the whole thing.
Oh shit!
I so wish it was still up because that fucking channel was fucking hilarious.
I'm sure it probably got taken down. That was like you were basically telling on yourself.
Yeah, I know. Hey, look, I just fucked all this shit up.
Dumb ass, man. All right, man. But you have anything you want to say before we stop this recording? And you want to say anything to anybody?
I know Silent Producer's got another question, don't you?
Oh shit! I think I asked for my questions. I asked the porn, the wrestling, the boxing, the liquor, the Blue Oyster Club. What else?
I think we covered it all. Hey, I appreciate it. This was a good interview. A lot of good questions. It was cool stuff. So I enjoyed it.
Wait, one more before I go. I'll throw this out there, just because I'm sure you get this stupid question all the time. But I want to say it in a different way. Would you ever do, like, maybe after you do a couple of albums, let's say 3 albums, would you do like a Kiss unmasking?
Oh,
I mean, we could, but if you did that, it would just fucking, it wouldn't, it would just take the mystique away, I don't know. A lot of people already know me and shit. I mean, but to purposely do it, it would just kind of just take the whole thing away. Because even if I was doing these videos and acting crazy, but I didn't have a mask on, it wouldn't be the same,
Nah.
Don't do it. It'd be like taking off the mask off Mil Mascaris or El Santo or one of those sacred.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't do that, man. That's your identity, man.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, man. See, we're unmasking. We're gonna start really playing serious music, man.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
If you unmask yourself,
that's
then
true. That's true.
Another artist.
Yeah.
It didn't work for them.
Yeah.
They went back to the corpse paint.
They did, but I did like the 80s Kiss albums. I did.
Yeah.
Heaven's on Fire. That was a good one.
Yeah. Heaven's on fire.
Yeah.
And now Sweden.
Tom saw them a shitload of times, right, Tom?
Yeah, I saw them like 7 times. The only problem was that every time I went to see them, fucking Slaughter was opening up for them. Yeah, I wanted an opener.
You want to fly to the Angels, Tom? You don't want to fly to the Angels?
Hey,
it got
I do like Slaughter, but actually, it's funny. One time when we saw, it was Regurgitation or somebody, and they were like, "All right, this next song is a cover. Anybody here know Slaughter?" They're referring to the Canadian band. My buddy goes, "Up all night." Like, not that one. But I do like both Slaughters, actually.
All right. All right, man. So yeah, we'll start cutting this off, man. I want to thank Rhevok for coming on with us, man. You fucking had a blast, man. I can't this guy. But we thank you so much, man, and we're looking forward to fucking playing with you in November. And I can't wait to to meet you and so we could just have some fun.
Oh yeah, we're all gonna hang out, man, for sure. And then this Joe's sent me, so we should have a flyer and stuff soon, so we can start properly promoting it.
Yeah, you let me know. We send it over, and then we can start doing stuff on our end as well.
Cool.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
Tone, you were-
And listen, we just wanted to put out the extension on behalf of the Gold Medal Show, Tone Joker, Barry, and myself, that once you get out here, you know, like if you need something in New York, you know, whether it's food, entertainment, or any leads to getting anything, just reach out to us, and we got you, man.
Hell yeah.
5 hookers.
All right.
I can
Tone.
get
All right,
Tone.
we'll get you a midget. We'll get you a what else? So,
Do you prefer redheads or brunettes?
Hey, I'll take them all, man. It'll be all right.
BBWs.
Huh?
BBWs.
What does that mean? I can't remember.
Big, beautiful women, fat girls.
Oh, well, it depends. If they're curvy, yes, but they're fucking pigs, no.
It made me laugh one time when I sent you that thing about Mike Tyson's daughter that he was going to pay $1 million. And you told me, I'll jump on that horse.
That bitch looks sickening. Oh, man.
Oh my God, man. All right, guys. I want to thank again, Rhevok, for being on the show, man. And you know, just have a safe tour in Texas. And can't wait to see you when you come up here in November, man.
Yeah, let me know when you're about to post this, and I'll promote it on my side too beforehand.
Oh yeah, as soon as we're done, this thing's going right up because people in California are dying to watch this. So I
Oh,
tonight.
fucking shred beard.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Shred beard and the fucking vulgar display of gaming.
Yep. And Paul from Kai over there in Nebraska, so they're waiting.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right,
brother. So you take care, and thanks so much for everything, man. Truly appreciate it.
dude. All you guys take care.
All right, brother.
All right.
We'll see each other soon.
Yes,
Later, guys.
indeed.